and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Esports Scotland booth here at Resonant Fest in the SEC in Glasgow. My name's Graham and that's Clement, and we are here for today's Rocket League tournament, 2v2 tournament. Yeah. It's sure to be one hell of a tournament, isn't it, Clement?
Are you happy for it? Are you looking forward?
Sorry, I'm very looking forward to it. We've actually got some decent players by the looks of things. We've got if anyone's familiar with the old team of Rocket, we've got the old team Shazoo here competing and shots as well. We're actually going to see them first on stream as well. Yeah. So it's going to be exciting time. So we'll run you through the rules of the tournament as well. So it's normal Rocket League. It's 2v2. Best of 3 all the way up until the grand final, which will be best of 5. And the winners, what do the winners take home?
So the winners take home will take 2
That's a good prize. It's a really good prize. It's a couple of these Predator PCs. Yeah, go for it. Let's get them off of the stream.
You can see the super one.
Ah, right. I thought it was these Predator ones.
Oh, it's gonna be the ESL one.
Ah, right. Okay. They're really nice PCs by the looks of things. But yeah, we'll get into this. We'll get into this matchup. The players are ready to go.
Yeah, we can jump into the game.
And we'll jump into the game right here, right now. As the best of 3 will get underway. And Team Shazoo has to defend their reputation against the team of Football and Zap. Not entirely sure which one is which on the orange side of things, but obviously O'Neill has changed his account name. And he will take the first goal of this game, number 1. Pass in from shots from the left-hand side, and then the defense was just nowhere to be seen.
Just finishes the goal after.
And he'll bangs it home. A very quick 15 seconds in as well, as ESS 11, one of the Football and Zap players, says it's a meme.
We saw during the 2 first days of tournament that as it's an open bracket, we can get during the first games some difference between the players. And then after just leverage and go at the same, we just get the top better and better players at the end.
Exactly. All leading towards that grand final a little bit later on today. Well, like you said, 1 player or 2 players will take home a couple of shiny PCs for themselves as O'Neill goes for a fakes out the defense. Not able to send it home, and this one will end up in a counter-attack. Actually, shots will pick it up around the left-hand side into the middle, and good defense by the Football and Zap players, and we stay at 1-0. Shots off the wall, fires towards the orange net.
Oh, it was really close.
Oh, he just couldn't read that one. Good shots, but O'Neill is back in defense. We'll run into some disruption now. Sorry?
Francesco Totti of Rocket League.
Yeah, it was trying a little bit of a flicky play there. As you can see, after that early goal, Football and Zap defending fairly well now.
Yeah.
But the possession is all with.
It's all being on the orange side right now.
On the orange side, and O'Neill and shots keeping
the pressure on.
Keeping the pressure on, keeping them pinned in their own half. O'Neill will fire towards net again. No defense off the backboard, gets the rebound, but good defense.
From orange team.
But I'm gonna call. I don't know which one's which, but I'm gonna call ESS 12. I'm gonna call him Football, and ESS 11 will be Zap. Keeping the pressure on. Will be Team Shazoo. So Neil tries to bump his man in the orange corner, looking for a shot now, doesn't get it. Well defended once again by this Football and Zap players. 2.5 minutes gone, 2.5 to go. And that was almost an own goal, but O'Neill's going to fly in over the top, gets under the crossbar, and O'Neill takes a 2-0 lead for Team Shazoo.
So yeah, we've got confirmation. Blue team is Team Shazoo.
Yes, yeah. It is Team Shazoo. It's right there. Yes, Team Shazoo is in the blue with O'Neill and shots. My only confusion is which one's Football and which one's Zappa. Football and Zappas, I've called them. As ESS 12 goes. Oh! Going for the air dribble from the right-hand wall. That's a brave move against this defense, and the first real opportunity for Football and Zap. And they're making it count, but no goals dropping at the moment.
They are 2-0, so they need to get some scores now.
They do indeed. Still 2 minutes left to get a couple of goals. Not out of reach just yet.
We can see that Neil is fan of Rick and Morty apparently. He's a big fan of Rick and Morty apparently.
Oh yeah, yeah. They got the Cromulon head on it.
Yeah.
But O'Neill's definitely shown us what he got.
Got 2 goals so far.
He has 2 goals so far, but out of 6 shots, just complete pressure from Team Shizou. Yes, that's 11. Or Zap, as I'm going to call him.
Yeah, let's see that.
Don't know which one's which. We still need to know which one's which. Maybe our admins can figure that one out, but O'Neill firing towards.
Oh, what a nice save from ESL.
That was a good save. Now comes in shots. Playing that Esports Scotland 1 account. O'Neill, the only one with the heads-up plate to actually change his name, so ours casters know who he is.
But blue team keeps the pressure on right now.
Oh, it's complete pressure from the blue team. Yes, they have let a few ones slip as ESS 12. He went for a little bit of fate, but it's not worked out well as O'Neill was able to read that one quite well. Shots comes in.
Nice
Great
goal.
pass from O'Neill and fine shots in the middle. And it will 3-0 lead here in game number 1.
What a nice play. What a nice counter attack. Really, really fast play.
Just shows you how well these guys work with each other.
Yeah.
Finding each other in the middle of the field like that, those infield passes, we know.
To remind people, so people were in online and to directly show up on the day. So some people just already came up, so in team, but some people came individually and then
Get paired up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is interesting just seeing the dynamics of some of these teams. And so we never really know what's out there, although
Yeah.
as Rocket League veterans, we know Team Shizou
It
way
seems
back
like
in the day.
Game 1 is gonna go for Team Blue.
Yes, it will. 20 seconds left. Not really many opportunities to score 3 goals in that time. And now with 15 seconds left, you're going to have to score a goal every 5 seconds if you're football and Zap. But there's the first one. 12 seconds left. It's not impossible, just unlikely.
It's a goal for the honor.
The comeback is on its way, potentially. 12 seconds left. You're going to have to score a goal every 6 seconds.
It's doable.
It's very doable. I mean, in the last World Championship, you had a goal at with 4 seconds left to force overtime in Game 7, but it's not going to happen here. As ASS 11, that was the chance to tie it up or to get within 1. But that will do it here in game number 1. Will touch the phone. Team Shizou. Dominant start to this tournament.
Yeah. What did you think of the game?
I thought it was really good. I like to see Team Shizou, as usual, just come out and be dominant as they have been here in game number 1. And going into game number 2, I expect no less from them. I think they will be a force to be reckoned with throughout this tournament.
I agree. Really, really nice play. Really good team play. So yeah, maybe we'll see Team Shizou.
Yeah, well,
the tournament at
yeah. These guys have played with each other for a long, long time.
Where do you know them from?
They're a team from the early days of Rocket League, really, and they have just stuck together over the years. O'Neill really pushing that Team Shizou brand through as we get into game number 2, and keeping this good start from them again as they take the kickoff for themselves. Shots going for a little bit of a dribble there. Blocked out by the defender. Now O'Neill will go off the ceiling. Look at this, off the backboard. Oh, he almost gets the read, but just misses it. But the pressure kept on as shots in a great defense, a great counter-attacking position there. Get this one back in the middle. O'Neill will go out, get boost.
Team Blue still the same technique, trying to put the pressure on. And it's gonna be... Oh, what a nice save.
Yeah, it was a good turnaround from shots actually there. Saw that. He was in a great position, left himself in the middle of the field, and just gets the turnaround. But every shot that goes onto this orange net, whether it's in or not, it's just constant pressure, and you've got to feel this. Football and Zap team
counter-attack?
are looking for any opportunity they possibly can, looking for a man in the middle.
What a great save from Blue team.
Not gets a great save as always, but off the post will go the counter-attacking shot from O'Neill.
The Blue team still under pressure.
Indeed, as Football and Zap rotate back in to the defensive positions, but every time they clear, they just find one of these Team Shizou players. But they've actually found the net.
Nice.
Great interception by Football and Zap, and it will be the first lead for them in this game.
That's the problem when you try to put too much pressure and you don't defend well enough, then after you leave the door open for counter-attacks. That's what we saw right now.
Completely wide open. That's the thing you got to be careful with in 2v2 Rocket League as well. When you go into 3v3, you've got that third man back, but when it's just you two, you're really just passing between yourself and the opponent's half of the field. And you've got to watch your back lines because you can get some pretty wide open nets, just like this one in ESS 12.
They're back in the game.
Back in this series with a 2-0 lead.
I don't know if it was done on purpose, but that was a nice goal.
It was very nice indeed.
The hit on the wall and then having your friends on the back is very nice goal.
Yeah, it's really good. Backboard passes have been a previous meta in Rocket League, starting to come back into fashion, but there's a big shot from Shots. Sneaks it under the crossbar and they're back within one now.
They are back in the game, really, really quick game. Really quick goal, yeah.
Very quick goal, and I know this Team Shizou, they can work pretty darn quickly and get themselves back into it as they will go for a fake kickoff. Strategy behind that: don't go for kickoff and you'll get possession. As O'Neill goes for a shot just off the post once again, and a big counter-attacking opportunity. Great rotation back from O'Neill, making sure that one is delayed before it gets to that blue net, allowing Shots to rotate back in.
The team moves the position of the ball. Nice save from Football and Zap.
Nice indeed, but this pressure, it's been a complete flip of the script that we saw in game number 1. We really saw a lot of possession being held by the blue Shizou team. But now in game number 2, you see that Football and Zap, they've started to work a little bit better, but leaving that one open. And as a little bit of a misplay as ESS 12, I imagine it's Football, just takes it across the front, but Shots reading that really effectively and putting that one into the heart of the goal and tying this up back at 2-2.
Really nice pressure from the team. It was able to get the goal at the end.
2.5 minutes gone, 2.5 to go, and we are back at all square here in game number 2. That's the 3, remember, Shizou winning the first one, and his ESS 12 gets a nice flick off the wall and catches the Team Shizou defense off guard, and they go back into the lead.
Really nice goal, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. As we said, Team Shizou probably the favourites here today on the Sunday of Resonant.
But
take home this 2v2 crown.
Tough spot right now.
Very tough spot indeed, and you feel they're working off the back foot quite a lot now.
To remind people, it's BO3 and Team Shizou got game 1, but Football and Zap are already close together.
Yeah, indeed. And I never asked, is it double elimination or single elimination in the bracket today?
I think it's
double.
Single.
Oh, a single limb. So this is all or nothing pretty much for this Football and Zap team, because if they lose, they are done for the tournament after 2 games.
No loser bracket.
No loser bracket whatsoever. So these guys are going to go straight to the next round. But at least Football and Zap putting a little bit of pressure onto Team Shizou right now.
And Team Shizou back on the action.
Neil trying to dribble around the left-hand wall. And he finds Shots, and Shots got a nice little touch there, and O'Neill keep the pressure on in the middle. Shots goes up, try to dunk it down, can't make the contact.
1 minute left.
With only 60 seconds left on the clock, O'Neill will fire back into the orange half. Try and follow it up himself, but Football now. I'm going to assume it's Football. It might be completely wrong. But they're doing well now, back to their game 1 form pretty much, keeping this possession. You can see 6 shots already from Shots as ESS 11. Nice defense off the backboard, keeping their lead for the moment. 30 seconds left now. Over the top will go 11 Actually, 12, sorry.
That was really close to the goal.
Very close, as one more goal could have sealed it and put us into a decisive great game number 3. 20 seconds now, and Shizou need all they can muster now to try and tie this up and take us to overtime. 10 seconds. Pressure on. Shots flicks it up. O'Neill has a little bit of boost, but probably not enough to put it into the other half of the field. Shots is going to have to get this one up and dribble. Ball touches the floor, and that will be the win for Football and Zap. And we will go into game number 3, first series of the day, and we have a decisive game.
Yeah, really nice game so far.
Indeed, and Football and Zap, they just really came into their own that game. Really, quite surprisingly, I would say as well. We really expected Team Shizou to run away with this one after the form we saw from them in game number 1.
Looks like a new team.
A completely new team. I suppose getting settled into the game really helps with that as well. And Shizou, they did fight hard. They went down. They went down 2-0 and battled back to that 2-2 draw. But then just leaving the net wide open at stage. We'll find ourselves in game number 3. O'Neill and Shots, legends of the Rocket League scene, especially here in Scotland as well. To go off the backboard. Shots can't find the man, but he will find the man in the goal and bump him away.
They try to directly put the pressure on the Football Zap team.
You really see it quite a lot these days with bump plays and demo plays as well. As Shots, great freestyle, can't find the net, it'll just tip off the top right corner.
That was so close.
And it just shows you it's a statement really from Shizou, saying we can make these plays, we can get through your defense just like that. And that's got to strike heart into the fear into the heart of this Football and Zap team. But a counter-attacking play goes their way, and Zappa will make the play and go up 1-0. And Zappa is ESS 11 by the looks of things. Not updated on boards, but I just realised we should get rid of the names at the bottom.
So Football should be ESS 12.
Yeah, Football will be ESS 12 then, so we'll try and keep tabs on that as much as we possibly can. As Shizou trying their best. They were dominant in game 1, lacking in game 2, and now they start game 3 with a 1-0 deficit. Still plenty of time left here. Remember, single elimination. Whoever loses here will be out of the tournament completely.
Either you win or you go home.
That's exactly what it is, and these winner-go-home games will be...
If you win, you go home with 2 ESL PCs. So
Yes, you do, and O'Neill trying to secure one of those. As the waterfall down from Shots. Zappa, it was almost a doink, but it was touched down by Shots. Great stuff off the backboard, and O'Neill in a perfect position to make the play and get back to a 1-1 tie game. 3.5 minutes, or just over 3.5 minutes to go.
So 1-1, so the game is still open to things to happen.
Wide open, just like the Shizou defense. As Football,
What a nice goal.
it was a lovely goal, big looping shot, and you see those quite a lot. The big looping shots, you can never really tell when it's going to dip. If you ever watch baseball, it's kind of like a sliding pitch in baseball. It's coming towards the plate, and it just dips before it reaches the strike box. And it's strike 2 at the moment for Team Shizou. O'Neill now trying to make a play into the orange half of the field. We'll leave it to Shots. Good rotation back from Football now, making sure his net is covered. O'Neill, big double commit there from the Shizou side, and Zappa will be able to pick this one up. Try and dribble it away.
Put the pressure on her again.
You do. That's really how you win games. It's just consistent pressure. And it is happening for the Shizou side, but they're just leaving the ball in positions where Football and Zap can make plays.
Oh, what a nice save from Football.
It was brilliant there. As now Football will go over the top, trying to fake out the defense. Shots able to make the nice play onto the one away. O'Neill now get back, and a couple of double commits here from Team Shizou. Leaving this net wide open now. It could have been a lane opening up for a 3-1 lead, but we'll open up to a counter-attack. last minute save by Zappa.
We have a really open game right now. Just action everywhere.
It's so tense. The one goal difference. And O'Neill shooting there. Great save again by Zappa. Shots will try one more time. Leaving it for O'Neill now in Football. Great defense from this Football and Zap side. 2 minutes remaining. And Team Shizou, they are running out of options right now.
They need to get that goal to be able to go.
They do. I want to see them get her on the counter-attacking play. Just let Football and Zap come into their half a little bit, take the ball away, and then immediately go for the counter-attack. Because it's worked for them in the past. That could have been 3-1 so easily there.
He missed it. Was right.
Takes it off the post. Another double commit will leave this wide open. Zappa can't get it through, but great rotation back from shots. As O'Neill now pushing up. It's a minute and a half, just under. This Shizou side, they've been battling hard all game long. Not able to get to the lead. Zappa from the left-hand side of the blue net. Actually, leave it wide open for O'Neill, shooting on net. Great rotation back from Zappa. He has been the defensive man for this team, and O'Neill can't make it fall this time in less than a minute to go now. This is crucial stages for Team Shizou as they look to maybe be on the brink of elimination after a dominant game one. They've just not been able to perform in the last couple of games.
After game one, we thought like Team Shizou had everything to win, but they are really bad position right now. They really need to be aggressive to get that final goal.
It's been a lot of double commitments as well, and it's left their net wide open to counter attack. Luckily not taken full advantage of by Football and Zappa as of yet. But O'Neill now, nice touch off the backboard. He's got a man in the middle. His shots. Takes the shot. 15 seconds now.
Always a tiny bit short.
Just a little bit shot, but this one looping in. Great defense from Zappa. As this one might tick down. 5 seconds to go. Still in the air. Remember, if the ball does not touch the floor, it does not. Off the crossbar, off the everywhere except into the net. And Team Shizou will be out of this tournament in the first game. The first match of the season. We can see them over there shaking hands. It's all camaraderie. But great stuff from Football. It's a big upset here in round number 1 of the tournament.
What a nice first game.
Oh, it was a brilliant first game. If that's anything to go by, this should be a really exciting tournament.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a great day. Hope you guys stay tuned. What are we doing now? Are we going to go for a break? Could we potentially get some people in for interviews?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the winning team to get the.
Yeah, let's get the winning team in. Clement will go and get the interviews for that. Yeah, bring them over here so we can get them on camera as well. Oh man, that's Team Shizou packing up. The defeat in their faces looms high over hall number 2 of the SEC. As I believe we have our winning team, Football and Zappa. Come in, guys. How you doing, guys? Take the mic, guys. Guys, congratulations! You've won your first game. How do you feel? Kneel down a bit so you can get in the camera. Here we go.
I'm here.
Feeling good after that?
Pretty good, yeah. Decided to part of luck at the end of that last game, so
Yeah.
that worked out pretty well. So.
Taking on Team Shizou, a team that we know from the early days of Rocket League, and you guys suffered a big loss in game 1. But how did you bring it back in game 2 and 3 as well?
I don't know. I guess we just tried to play our game up some nerves. It is a big thing the first time you're playing. I know that we played together
Aye.
online, so I knew he was good. So we just had to play well, and it worked out in the end.
So on to round number 2 in the single elimination bracket. Remember, do you know the prize today if you win?
Not 100% sure.
If you guys win today, I'm glad you don't know, because this is going to be an interesting moment. If you win one of those shiny PCs over there,
PC?
one of the shiny PCs.
That's not bad.
Actually, it might be one of the shiny PCs. It might be one of these PCs. It's a PC you're going to win if you win
that's not
today.
too bad.
So
It's a prize.
It's certainly a prize. Are you feeling good about your chances today then?
Yeah. Well, so long as he's actually good, I'm just kind of here helping him win.
Can I ask which one's which? Who's football? Who's Zappa?
No, the team name is Football. He was,
Team name's football.
yeah, the team name was Football and Zap. I'm like, oh, I've like messed this up.
All right. See, I made it. I thought one of you was called football, one of you was called Zappa.
He's Chief.
Okay, so we got Zappa and Chief. Okay, right, that's fine.
Big Chief.
Big Chief. Well, Big Chief pulling out some big plays. Well, congratulations, guys. Moving on to the next round. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Great stuff.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to a quick break.
Yeah, we're going to go to a quick break, but don't worry, we will be right back with the next round or the next game up on stream. So don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Rocket League. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Esports Scotland and Resonant Fest here in the SEC in Glasgow. My name's Craftman. That is
Clément.
Clément.
And it seems we're ready for the next game.
Yeah, we're ready for the next game here on stream. We're going to jump straight into it. Everyone's eager to go. We have Scott and Jazier. We say Jazier.
Yeah.
It's probably not. And on the blue team, but Jacob and Amy on the orange.
And that's already a goal.
It's already a goal for this Scott and Jazier side. and so we've got some GG Easies in the chat already. Some BMing off the bat, and that's what I imagine. They're sat right across from each other as well. That's how we're setting these guys up. I imagine they're sort of peeking over their PCs and saying, I got you. You saw that, didn't you?
They might know each other as well. Might
Could
be friends, yeah.
possibly. But as Scott and Jazer go for another shot, wide open net.
That's
Easy shot for Esports Scotland 10. And again, we don't know which, but we should find out. Oh, he's saying just forfeit already. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Come on, put up a fight. But these guys coming along to RTG Fest today.
They just sign up on the day.
Just signing up on the day. That's what it's all about. Just coming down here, playing some games. You could walk away at the end of the day with a Predator PC.
Yeah, ESL PC, brand new PC.
Yeah, be pretty good. Esports Scotland 10, making a name for himself right now. Not just with the BM, but with the wide open nets as well, dribbling up the middle. Oh, come on, that's not sportsmanlike. Come on. We want to have fun. We don't want to BM folk, but it's 3-0 so far.
Yeah.
For Jazier and Scott.
To remind people, in the first game, first game was 2-0 or 3-0, and then the team lost at the end.
Yeah, it was 2. I think it was 3-0 in the first game of Team Shizou, and we'll make a correction as well. Team Shizou, it did not have shots on it, unfortunately. It was O'Neill, but there's the first goal for Esports Scotland 9. But the other team, Football and Zap, the team name is actually Football. Yeah. It's just called Football.
Yeah, and Zap is a combination of players.
Yeah, but and then so Zappa was obviously Zappa, and then the other teammate on that was actually Chief, Big Chief as they called him, talking to the guys after the game.
Oh, and
these guys are just running away with this, 5-0 already.
They don't want to spend time doing anything. They're just like
they just want to get the job done, get out of here, on to the next round. Not sure who they will be facing in the next round, whoever wins this.
Yeah. Maybe it's one of the previous teams.
It could well be Football.
Yeah.
Just have to wait and see how the bracket is seeded.
We have to ask our admin after.
We'll get our admins on the job, but easily wide open net once again.
Oh, 6-0.
Jacob and Amy, they're not having the best of times here in game number 1, as Jay-Z and Scott are just walking all over them.
Yeah, it's just like another goal. So we don't know how the game is gonna end at the end. Like 6-0 and 3 minutes 30 left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still plenty of time. We could well see a Brazil. Do you know the Brazil? Do you know what happens when we have a Brazil?
I know the Brazilian football, so tell me about the Rocket League.
Yeah, so the Brazil in this, it comes from the Brazilian football team when they got 7-1 by Germany in the World Cup. So if it's 7-1, we call it a Brazil.
Cool.
And then a double Brazil would be 14-2, triple 21-3.
I'm sure Brazilians are happy about this nickname.
That's only why South America took this long to come into Rocket League. Actually, starting in the World Championship Series next season. But there you go, drastic llama.
Jacob and Amy.
From Jacob and Amy, actually forcing the Brazil. Doesn't look like. Yeah, and they spam it in the chat, Brazil. If only we had a Brazilian flag. I've done casts before, like at Insomnia. We were brought along a giant Brazil flag.
We should do that next time.
We should get a giant Brazil flag for next time. That'd be awesome.
To let people know, Mac Marley is not actually the nickname of the player. It's we used this computer for Big Fest, our tournament we did 2 weeks ago, and we had Marley 13 and his brother Mark to play together.
Ah,
So
okay.
that's why Mark Marley is actually Marley's 13 brother.
All right. Well, at least separates them out. We'll just call them Marley and the other one. I didn't catch the other one's name.
It was something Lama.
Oh yeah, Drastic Llama. We'll call them Llama and Marley for this one, just to make it easier on the eyes. But this Jades here and Scott team, just absolutely dominating here in the first 2.5 minutes. It's only halfway through this first game as well, and they pretty much
maybe a
nailed
double
it
Brazil
down.
Today.
Sorry?
There's still time for a double Brazil today.
Yeah, exactly. And
What's the maximum one you saw? Did you see one day a quadruple Brazil?
I've never seen a quadruple Brazil before.
That
I've
would
seen
be-
I've seen double Brazils.
Double Brazil
I think I've seen maybe one triple Brazil. Never seen a quadruple.
in a competition.
And never seen. Okay, I've never seen a double Brazil in competition. I've seen double Brazils in sort of like silly games and like on just online games. Don't think I've ever seen one. I've never seen a triple Brazil in competition ever. I might have seen. Yeah, I don't know. You never know.
Yeah.
Could get one, but I think these guys might be content with keeping the 7-1.
It looks like Jacob and Amy are back in the game right now.
Yeah, I mean they've not conceded in quite a long time.
And they scored the last goal as well, so
They did indeed. And you can see they do want to keep it at the Brazil. They do not want this. They don't want to go for the double Brazil. But I can imagine Jacob and Amy sitting over there. I can sort of see them from our commentary position.
that's some big BM right now.
Man, you put yourself in the head of Jacob and Amy. How do you think you'll be feeling? You've just been Braziled and the guys are BMing you in the chat the whole way. How do you feel when someone does that to you?
I don't know. I don't know if Jacob and Amy know each other, so if they don't
Oh.
know each other, it might be a good occasion. Oh, it's no more.
Ah, well, they've ruined the Brazil now.
Yeah.
which absolutely means that Jacob and Amy have won.
Yeah.
Completely.
False
Although if Jacob and Amy score another goal,
I will say they have lost because they say they will keep the Brazil and they
Yeah.
didn't do it. So
exactly, exactly. They don't want to. Yeah, they ruined the Brazil. Sorry, I keep bashing the mic on the table. That's very unprofessional of me. They probably want to hold this score at 8-1 in just dominant fashion. Maybe a contender to go up against football later in the tournament. As they will go, as Esports Scotland 9 will try and go over the top.
25
Dunking it
seconds
down,
left.
ball off the crossbar. And 20 seconds to go. It was clear from the start. Jacob and Amy were going to have a very uphill battle. Managed to get one. Yes, it was they kind of just let it happen. But in the end, Scott and Jazier end up taking it 8-1.
And it's going to be 8-1.
Actually, might say, it does hit the ball. Scott and Jazier with the 8-1
So
victory.
1-0 for Scotland. Jazer.
1-0 so far, but it could be a 2-0 sweep. It could happen. But what do you think Jacob and Amy are lacking here, Clement? What do you think they need to turn around?
I would say some team cohesion. I think that they need to play better together, maybe communicate more. All players are connected with microphones, so they are able to speak to each other during the game. So
Mhm.
maybe it comes from lack of communication.
Yeah, communication is a big part of
Yeah.
Rocket League, as we know, and just trying to communicate with your teammates and making. And I suppose this doesn't help when another team's BMing you the whole way.
Yeah,
I really hope that these guys shake hands afterwards and say it's all in good fun,
it
because
can give you some motivation, maybe. You absolutely want the win after.
I'm trying to see the other team from the other side. I'm getting blocked by one of our staff members, but Scott and Jay-Z are off to a flying start once again. Of course, they are sitting right across from each other, able to peek through the grill to the other side of the Rocket League station here at the Curry's PC World booth in hall number 2 of the SEC. And another
Already a 2-0.
another quick goal for Scott and Jazier. Just lack of defense completely from Jacob and Amy. Just spamming the chat with memes.
It's a meme team.
It's a complete meme team. I hope these guys know it's all fun and games at the end of the day.
Like, there is a great atmosphere in Resonate. Will you get? No, that was a close one. There is like a great atmosphere in Resonate.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a nice atmosphere. I've been walking through the halls today, and it just feels nice and compact. It's nice and community based,
Nice community.
and that's well. Like I need to go through to the main stage at some point and see that as well. Some great stuff happening here. I think when I was walking through the halls, trying to come to the booth, there was an announcement went on saying there's a Fortnite dance competition.
Yeah.
No comment on that, but it's there. It's there if you
Are
want
you
it.
going to participate?
Sorry?
Are you going to participate?
No. That because I'm here to watch some brilliant Rocket League instead.
Yes, true.
That's what's keeping me busy today. But 2-0.
Yeah.
I think we saw maybe about 5 or 6 goals this time last game from the Jazier and Scott side.
They are close to get the game because just
Well, but there's 3.
Remind people it's BO3 all day until the finals, so it will be a BO5.
Indeed, they want to keep their form up. I reckon there's a lot of mental stability or mental stamina when it comes to Rocket League. If you've been playing a lot of Rocket League all day, if you've went to 3 games in all of your series and you've ended up going to overtime in quite a few of them as well, that's a lot of Rocket League you've played. You've wasted a lot of your energy. And when it comes to that grand final, yes, you might have been playing slightly easier teams up until then, but if you get to the grand final and you're spent, that could just mean a 3-0 sweep in the grand final. So it's crucial that these guys win in as few games as possible. There's a brilliant air dribble coming in from the Scott and Jazier side. Look at this, off the wall, and just the car control that this man has to slam it into the net. Jacob and Amy did not see that one coming.
4-0
nothing. 4-0 with 3 minutes to go.
Is it going to be a goal?
Oh, and a kickoff goal. Straight the first touch from kickoff.
You need to be more focused on this type of goals.
They do need to be more focused, and you can see they didn't really go for kickoff too well.
Yeah.
Just left that wide open.
What's the best strategy? Is it to go for the ball, trying to get the ball, or
When it comes to kickoffs,
Yeah.
when it comes to kickoffs, you really want to. You're really expecting your furthest man forward to go for the kickoff, so you can get to the ball pretty much at the same time as your opponents, and you really want to squeeze it out to your own team and maybe into your own half. So you want to win possession off the kickoff, if not a goal. But these guys, they know how to work the kickoff. These guys have been playing absolutely out of their skulls. As one of the blue team members has left the game.
2 versus 1? Is it the BM, you think?
He's switched. Wait, has he switched teams? Is he on the blue team or the orange team actually? Or has he just left and got a spectator? But there's Esports Scotland 10 once again.
We can check the team,
Yeah, he's just gone to a spectator and letting the 2v1 happen. I'm not sure how happy our admins will be at that.
They got a goal actually.
They did get a goal. Trying to even the playing field just a little bit. 7-0.
I think we can call Scotland Jazier the BM team now from now.
Yeah, we can. Oh, Mark Marley is going to make it in Brazil. No, he doesn't want to score it at all. He does not want this Brazil to happen. But here comes Drastic Llama trying to make it happen. The thing with Brazil is you get Brazil, but at least you've scored a goal. I don't think these teams want to be shut out, and you can see Scott and Jazier are just going to let that one roll in, and Mark Marley will make it to Brazil. It's just this complete cat and mouse. Jake and Jazier, you can tell that they know they've won at this point.
Probably,
Still with 2 minutes left.
We never know. Like last minutes, you can get.
You never know. 6 goals in a couple of minutes. It's not unheard of. But when you're whipping the ball left, right, and center like that, doesn't make it easier on yourself. You can probably tell now. These guys just want to let this clock run out. They've got the Brazil. They've got what they came for. And they're pretty much going to take a 2-0 sweep in the series. Nice dribble from the side, from the back wall. From either Jacob or Jazier.
You can use that time to practice a bit.
You can tell these guys probably played together before.
Yeah.
Definitely come signing up as a team, just like Shazoo and Football did.
So the venue started at 10 for people with VIP pass and 10:30 for the rest.
Yeah.
And so computers were open for people to just like warm up. So people are warming up for an hour and a half now before starting the tournament. So everybody should be quite ready.
Yeah, definitely just coming along and warming up. That's exactly what you need here when you're playing for one of these shiny PCs that these guys are actually playing on at the moment. Staring their prize in the face all the time. It's got to weigh heavy on their mind just knowing that their prize is just behind them.
The problem for Scott and Jezza, if they keep playing like that just and if the next game is like a really tough one, they might come not prepared because they just like kept playing at the end, just not really playing the game.
Yeah.
You need to stay focused.
They do need to stay focused, and I think when Jacob and Jazier, when they come up against some of the stronger teams, like to see how they fare.
Yeah.
If they do keep on this brutal mentality of BMing everyone, or if they will end up playing at their best. I'd like to see them play at their best because obviously they've not been able to perform at their best against a team like Jacob and Amy. But it's good to see these guys coming along, giving it a go. But it is going to be a 2-0 sweep for Scott and Jazier. And Jacob and Amy, thanks for playing.
So yeah, victory from Scott and Jezza, 2-0.
Great stuff from them, as they will take a 2-0 victory. Through to the next round fairly easily. I'm trying to see them over the barrier.
A bit where players are actually sitting.
Oh yeah, player cam. Yeah, player cam.
I believe it's that team that was playing.
It's the team in the middle here. That's Jacob and Amy. You can see kind of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grab one of them for an interview.
Yeah, let's get them over for interviews. As you can see, Amy sort of spinning around in our chair just there, and of course Scott and Jay are on the other side of the barrier. These guys are. The way we have these guys set up is two next to each other, and then right across from each other, as we see O'Neill and the football guys in front of the player cam. Camera, Jesus Christ, guys! Where is the camera anyway? It's like there. Camera's just there. Dab on the haters, lads. Sorry. No, it's O'Neill's there. big thumbs up from O'Neill. Sorry? I think so. It's not been used. I don't think so.
Team is on his way.
Who have we got coming over?
The winner of the team.
We got the winning team coming over. Scott and Jay's here.
Just coming over.
Here they come. And they come the champions. In 2-0 sweep fashion. They'll be going on to the next round of the competition.
Yeah,
you guys just want to come round?
Just go in the middle.
We'll get you on stream. Congratulations, lads. Well done. 2-0 sweep fashion. If you just want to kneel down so you get yourselves in. So congratulations. Now, obviously, one of you said you're Jazier. Yeah. Who claims they're Jazier then? You're Jazier. So how was that one for you? How did you feel in that game? Easy. You thought it was easy. I saw you spamming the chat quite a lot.
Yeah.
Or was that you or was it Scott?
Yeah,
both of us.
Yeah, we got a bit lucky with our opponents, but we had some difficulties because
You just want to move the mic a little bit closer.
Yeah, we just got on, so we were like had some difficulties with like the game just settings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the quality was really bad, so I just put it back to default and then tried to change it, but then ball cam kept like messing up, so that's why I was spectating.
Yeah, it's always we always want to try and get you in the most comfortable position you can. But I suppose a comfortable a couple of 7-1 victories really ruined the Brazil in the first game. But you guys are through to the next round. Don't know who you'll be facing, but you're one step closer to taking home a PC today. How are you guys feeling about that? You think you can go all the way?
No.
It's confidence.
We've seen some grand champs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
We're like Diamond 3 level, so
Aye.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You guys played well though. Congratulations. I'll let you get on and get practicing for the next game. Congratulations, guys. We'll see you in the next round. As they go back off and start practicing once more. Clement, let's get you back in. We'll throw to a break and get our next game set up. Is that right?
We're just gonna. Apparently, the next game is going to be up right now. Actually, so
Are we going to go straight into the next game?
Yeah. So I'm
Fantastic.
Just gonna leave you speak a bit. I'm just gonna prepare the.
Yeah,
everything.
sure.
Yeah.
No problem. We'll get the details set up for this game. But great stuff. They were Jacob and Jay's here. It's not actually Jay's here, but pretend he is. Sorry? Yes, that's 3. Oh, do you want me to make it? We'll make the
We're
lobby.
just creating the lobby right now.
We're gonna make the lobby. So who have we got up next anyway? Is that Marky and Lewis?
It's Mickey and
Mickey.
Lewis.
We got Mickey and Lewis, as I tried to type with one hand. Mickey and Lewis in blue, and on the orange team we have Cameron
And Andrew.
and Andrew. I have to call him Andy. Actually, Andrew. Can we fit that? Yeah, we can. We can fit that in the team name. Fantastic. So we got Mickey and Lewis in the blue team, Cameron and Andrew on orange, and we'll get that lobby set up with that one. Fantastic stuff. As we just roll through the bracket here, remember everything best of 3 games.
Exactly. We are going back in the game really soon. Just
Yeah.
letting player go into the lobby.
We'll get them into the lobby. There's some good players shaping up here.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the quarterfinals and all after.
Let's get you in the shot there, Clement.
Yes.
But
What did you think of that game?
I thought it obviously fairly dominant fashion from Jay-Z and Scott, but when we got them up here, they said they're not too confident going forward because they know there's some good teams out there.
Yeah.
Some grand champs. They say they're diamond 3 level, but it's good to see them coming here and competing, and they know they can win.
Yeah.
They know that they can win, but it's just who do they face on the day when it comes down, push comes to shove. Who are they going to face at that time, and can they perform? That is going to be the big question for them moving on.
Sometimes you have like a dominant team, but you can in like 2 games you can still win 2 games. Even if you're in average less good level, you can still get 2 games in.
Yeah,
it's a good team.
Absolutely, I think if you can win at least 1 game, obviously right now that puts you on match point in these best of 3s. So one win can drastically shift the momentum for a team in just best of 3 situations because this series are so short. One goal one way and 1 goal the other way can drastically change what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But these guys are getting ready to go.
So
in this 3rd series on stream.
They're using Dubstep Gravy Cat's accounts, which is that's
a fantastic name, Dubstep Gravy Cat.
It's one of our staff accounts.
Actually, we're gonna have to remake the lobby just now, as someone was a little bit too keen to join.
You see me moving around because I'm at the same time dealing with
we're controlling the broadcast. We're trying to do pretty much everything here. Get everything back in. and get the lobby back up and running. And the guys are looking back over at us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give them a signal that's saying we're remaking the lobby. Hang on. You fell for a sec. We remade the lobby.
So we're just remaking the lobby and waiting for players to join in. Like
Yeah, these guys are way too keen to join. Not listening to our admins saying when to join the game.
They'll be really impatient to play.
Exactly. I love to see teams like it was Miki and Lewis who joined the game and just got that ball rolling. Obviously, Cameron and Andrew not ready, but Miki and Lewis definitely a team that are eager to get going and they just want to get it out. I suppose kind of like Scott and Jace here. They just want to get into the game and get it done quickly.
We will see what happens. Maybe some Brazil happening.
Possibly. We'll see. I'm looking over. They're on one of the stations just over there.
I can put the camera for
We
you.
want to put the camera up. I think we moved the camera off slightly.
I'm just gonna
So if you want to turn the camera.
You can see it's a player just right now on the right side.
Yeah, that's them there.
And on the right, that's David, our event manager.
And we're just giving them the signal to get cracking. I believe it's Cameron and Andrew who are on this side. But they are ready to go now.
Yes.
As we got AJ and Dogus for first. Cameron and Andrew, we have AJ and Dogus. And Miki and Lewis has Dubstep, Brave Cat, and Kev Kane. I will apologise. I am going to leave these player names up on the bottom. I know that's not what
it's
we
easier
do.
for commenting, but also for you people watching.
It's good to keep that up just now. Let everyone know who is who. A wide open net for Dubstep, Gravy Cat, and the AJ and Dogus defense not holding up well at the start of this game. 22 seconds in, and we have our first goal.
Already a goal.
Which I'm going to get rid of that. It just looks a little bit cleaner, in my opinion. But great start for...
Everybody going for the ball.
Oh, a big four-man kickoff.
And then everybody going back.
Not something you see a lot in Rocket League these days, four-man kickoff. You really only see one team member going for
Do you have strategies, like meta strategies that happen in Rocket League, where people, the whole meta is using the same strategies and people are changing a bit, and do you have this kind of movement happening?
Exactly, and strategy off the kickoff is going to be key in these games, because I think we're going to see a lot of kickoff goals. Or at least goes not too far off a kickoff as everyone whiffs the ball. Wide open lane for AJ to take this one down, and Cameron and Andrew tie the game up just as quickly as it started.
AG gets a goal.
Again, Cameron and Andrew using these default account names, so we're just going to call them by the account name. This is going to be how we're doing it for the rest of the
I think
for the rest of the day. I think
we set up accounts for you to pick up and play, and for the tournament signing, so it avoids people signing off from accounts and signing in after. It also allows new players to actually come in and try the game, which is nice.
Absolutely.
Which is what we want.
Yeah, when there's not tournament games going on, these guys, anyone can just come along and play some Rocket League. And all fun. So if you are in Glasgow today, and you're not down here at Resonant in the SEC, get yourself down. It's only a few.
You still got some time, yeah.
You still got some time. We're open till 6 o'clock today.
Yeah. Every day.
Times it now.
10:30 to 6.
Yeah, it's last day of Resonant as well. So get yourself down. Some meet and greets with some YouTubers as well, as AJ cuts back across and makes it 2-1 in favour of Cameron and Andrew. I'm going to go at AJ Andrew. I'm going to believe he's Andrew, just because it's AJ. 2-1. 3 minutes 9 left on the clock here in game number 1.
It's a really close game compared to the previous.
Oh, absolutely. These guys are very evenly matched. Not the highest level of players, but you can definitely see we're going to get a close game out of this either way, as Kef Kane has an open run at the net here, gets a pass one, and a great pass into the middle to Dubstep Gravy Cat. Tie the game up at 2-2.
Choo-choo, exactly. So to remind people, if it's an if people are the same goal at the end of the game, it goes to Extra time.
Yeah, it goes to overtime if it's an even game. And then that overtime, no time limit on that. It's just whoever can score first will take the victory in the overtime game.
I guess some overtime can go really long as well.
I think the longest overtime in competitive Rocket League history is around 18 minutes.
18 minutes.
It's about 17, 18 minutes. It happened in the Rocket Baguette the play. Rocket Baguette's the play. That was between the world champion team Dignitas and team Renault Sport Team Vitality. Earlier this summer, in fact.
Is it a French team, Vitality?
Rocket Baguette?
No,
Team Vitality.
yeah.
Yes, Team Vitality are a French organisation.
They are in the Hearthstone scene as well.
Sorry?
They are in the Hearthstone scene as well.
Yeah, they're in the professional Rocket League scene in the RLCS. They didn't make it to the World Championship this time around. But a great team, Pache, Fairy Peak, and the Scottish boy Scrub Killer. But there's the Scottish boy Dubstep Gravy Cat for Mickey and Lewis, making it 3-2 here in game number 1. Still close. I keep doing that. I keep bashing. I keep putting the mic down to not speak, and then as I'm bringing it back up, I bash it against the table, and you get that clicking sound. I do apologise. Ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody did it during the don't worry.
So I'm not the only one, but the only one not to score as well. Not just Dubstep Gravy Cat, Kef Kane having a crack at it as well. Touch from AJ into the middle, and those are the kind of touches you really don't want to make. Just, I imagine AJ probably wanted to touch it into the corner instead of towards the net,
ready.
and then just Kef Kane jumping right on top of that to the 4-2. Oh, wide open net. There's another one. Is everyone whiffing once more? AJ now trying to dribble into the open net. Upset Gravy Cat will get clear off the back wall. Into the middle, and now AJ dribbling up the sidewall. Trying to find his teammate Doggis. He does do that, in fact. There's Kef Kane dribbling himself around the ball. Dubstep Gravy Cat, tough touch into his own corner. That was almost heading towards net.
And 1 minute remaining. 1 minute for this 2.
And with 60 seconds left here in game number 1. It's looking all Mickey. I keep wanting to say Mickey. Marky even. Mickey and Lewis.
Yeah, Mickey and Lewis.
4-2 with 42 seconds left. AJ now trying to dribble it down the sidewall. Get intercepted by Dubstep Gravy Cat. And Kef Kane trying to run some interference as well. Actually bumps his own teammate out of position. Allows AJ to come in and take this towards the blue net. It's wide open for Dugas. Can he turn it round? No, he cannot. Doesn't manage it in time. And 20 seconds now, this ball will head back towards the orange half of the field and will more than likely be a victory here in game 1 for Mickey and Lewis.
Dubstep Gravy staying in the back just in case. They know they properly got the game.
Exactly. And Dubstep Gravy Cat running some interference, but
it's 1-0.
It'll be a
for Mickey
3-2
and Lewis.
or sorry, 4-2 victory in game number 1. And Mickey and Lewis put themselves on to match point.
So
but good
1-0
stuff.
in the B03.
It is 1-0 in the best of 3 at the moment. And you can see Dubstep Gravy Cat just carrying his team now. 3 goals for himself out of 4 shots. A great 75% shooting percentage. It shows he's he'll be the man to lead his
leader.
team
Exactly.
into game number 2. And I'm getting a signal from Cameron and Andrew. They would just want to get this one off and running. I got a signal from one of them saying, "Can you just start the game already? You just stop talking and just get straight into game 2 because we are raring to go." And we will get ourselves into game number 2. 5 minutes on the clock.
5 minutes for Cameron and Andrew to come back.
Could be a comeback for Cameron and Andrew. I saw some fist bumps going on between them. That's Dubstep Gravy Cat.
From Dubstep Gravy Cat.
Oh, it's a wide open net. AJ can't fire onto it. We'll put it into the corner, but we'll set up Dugas for a shot here. And everyone missing that one. Wide open lane for Dubstep Gravy Cat to get into that one.
It's gonna be.
Hits it towards net.
It's 1-0.
Couldn't follow up, but there's Dubstep Gravy Cat with the first goal of game 2.
So the setup for the tournament is we have keyboards and mouse, and some players brought their own gamepads.
Yeah, those are the hardcore guys. They just they do not want to play on these keyboard and mouse. Because that's the thing with Rocket League. Keyboard and mouse is not the common way of playing.
What do you play normally?
I play with an Xbox 360 controller myself, but I think the most popular choice of control is a DualShock 4 controller.
Okay.
The PS4 controller. A lot of pro players play with that. I think there's people who play with Xbox Ones. There's still a few out there who play with 360s.
You still see computer keyboards in competitive gaming.
You do actually. Yeah, in competitive gaming, but in driving games, you really just want a controller.
Yeah.
Although saying that, there are players in the RLCS who play with keyboard and mouse. You've got Yukio on Flipside Tactics, who has made it to the World Championship. He plays with keyboard and mouse. You've also got, I believe it's Jake on the Chiefs team, an Australian team. He plays with keyboard and mouse as well. So it is out there.
You're on PC, you need a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, exactly. Not necessarily, as a lot of players do prefer the more precise movement of a control of a joystick over a WASD. These guys playing with what they've got. AJ now dribbling it back to his own half. Dubstep Gravy Cat in control of that. Could turn it around.
And both teams
Calls
struggle
in
to
his
find
team.
the goals. 2 minutes, only 1-0.
Yeah, it's only 1-0 so far as we are 2 minutes into this game. Doga struggling towards the right hand side. Very slow paced game this compared to the last few that we've seen here on stream as Dubstep Gravy Cat puts across the face of the orange net. Not able to make the turn. Just quite yet. Now Dogus. Leave it for AJ. Oh, no defense. And Kev Kane couldn't make the touch to get that one away. And it will tie the game up at 1-1.
Yeah. Cameron and Andrew seem to be back in the game. A good occasion for them to win that game and maybe win the BO after. So a best of 3, so the first team with 2 games win the round.
Yeah, they win the round and go through to the next one.
Yeah. I believe just after it will be the first round of the quarterfinals.
Now remember, single elimination bracket. Remember, no bottom finals, so if you lose, you are out.
No, the quarterfinals.
Oh, the quarterfinals, excuse me. Could do it. I'll have a look at the bracket after this game.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's AJ trying to dribble it back. He's either Cameron. I think we said he'd be Andrew since he's AJ. Back. Oh, almost
So
an own
close.
goal from Kefkan. Actually, Dubstep Gravy Cat will put it into his own net on the post, but Dugas will actually send it home in 2-1. That is a desperate play. That is crucial there. That Dubstep Gravy Cat, if he got that one away, it would stay at 1-1, but touching it back towards his own net, that is not what you want to see from a team. And left it there
To
for
remind
the 2-1. Actually, tie it back up off the kickoff here. Here they all come flying at the ball, not able to make a touch. AJ with the save
What a nice
of
save.
the slow rolling ball and could get the counter-attacking play here. Turn it in, and there you go,
nice
3-1.
goal.
The first big lead now for Cameron and Andrew.
They wanted the game to start quickly, and yeah, we see why.
We see why, exactly. Not wanting to waste any time. Again, sorry, I keep hitting the mic onto the desk. I'm very sorry. It's very unprofessional.
To remind our viewers, so it's an open bracket, so everybody was able to enroll for the tournaments. So the more games we will see, the more into the tournament we will go. The level will increase more and more as well.
Exactly, as Dugas trying to dribble it back towards the blue net. 3-1 lead now for Cameron and Andrew. As we can see them trying to fight for their tournament lives, essentially. As they are one loss away from going out of this tournament. Remember, prize for the winning team at the end of the day will be a couple of nice shiny new PCs, courtesy
Yes,
of PC World.
Yeah.
Or Curry's PC World.
Yeah. Curious PC festival has asked us to run these tournaments for them, and we're like, yeah, of course. Esports Scotland will do it.
Yeah, we're up on the banner,
Yes.
flying above here, above the stations here in Hall number 2 of the SEC.
They're offering 2 brand new ESL PCs to the winners.
Oh, but there's a bring it back within one will be Dubstep Bearcat. 42 seconds left on the clock. I'm just looking over Cameron and Andrew's stations, talking back and forth between each other, and they're trying to figure out a strategy. Maybe off the kickoff, could see maybe a fake kickoff, trying to get possession early. We'll see what happens here as AJ goes for it. Actually,
I love everybody's going for the ball at the beginning.
yeah, it's a great strategy, but it works out for Cameron and Andrew. The fist bumps flying between themselves as they take back their
Look at
2-goal
this
lead.
goal.
Just these pinch goals off the kickoff is killer for these teams, and not able to rotate back in time are Miki and Lewis. Off the kickoff we go again. 36 seconds remaining to get 2 goals and send us to overtime. Miki and Lewis will have to work really, really quickly, but they've got a wide open net opportunity right now. Slow rolling ball off the post that will go, and not able to send it home. Kevcam will have one more attempt at it, but AJ will dribble it away up onto the wall and will pretty much run out the clock here in game number 2. Kevkin not able to make a touch there, and with 10 seconds remaining, it is looking like Cameron and Andrew will tie this series up, and we will go to game number 3.
One.
1-1, ball touch to the ground, and we will find ourselves going to game number 3. What a comeback from Cameron and Andrew as they started really slow in game number 1, but coming back in game number 2 now, as we've been given a rocket boost on this fresh account. We have ESS 13, but coming back into that game, Cameron and Andrew, they really got their plays off the kickoff, and they just got the pressure as much as they could into the Miki and Lewis side. But Miki and Lewis, they had some clear-cut opportunities. They just weren't able to send it home in the end.
Yeah, really nice game from Cameron and Andrew. They were able to come back and to directly, as you said, start strong. So really, really well played.
Well played, and I can see again.
Waiting for the final game of that round to start.
Exactly, and Andrew there, I believe it's Andrew. He's using the AJ account. He's looking over at the casting desk between games, and he's giving the signal. Go on, get it started, lads. We're starting here.
I want
game
that
number
PC.
3. He wants that PC. He wants it done and dusted. Maybe he's got a train to catch later. He wants this done quickly. I'd say AJ has been out of the 4 here. AJ has been the better of all 4 players.
Oh, is it going to be a goal?
But as I say, that is cards way too flat. Couldn't
Kev
make the
Kane
jump.
gets the
And
goal.
Kev Kane take the first goal here in game 3.
Not really easy to say.
Yeah, it's Kev Kane, I think it is. Not Kev Kane. I always say Kev Kane for some reason. But the A and the K are in different places, so it's not that. We're less than 30 seconds into this game, and Mike and Lewis put themselves in a good position. You always want to get that first goal, because I think it's something like 60 or 70% of the time, if you score first, you will end up winning that game. But AJ tying the game back up within the first minute.
What was the data you were saying, sorry?
So yeah, if you score in competitive Rocket League, I think it's something like between like 60 or 70% of the time, if you score first in the game, 60 to 70% of the time you go on to win that game. So first goal is always crucial. As a wide open net will present itself to Dubstep Gravy Cat, and he will turn it in. Slow rolling goal off the kickoff once again. And Miki and Lewis will take another 1-goal lead here in game 3.
I feel like not all players will rush to the ball like that, because every time it's just so messy that one team is missing in defense up there.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see
right?
difference in strategies. Now AJ sitting back off the kickoff, letting Dogus go for it. That's really what you want to see. And you want to see them sit back, maybe get some boost, and then make a play from their own half. But the boost game in this has been really crucial. You see Kafkin taking the boost from the midfield. Oh, and putting AJ in a tough position.
What a great
for the own goal. but he'll end up putting it wide. And AJ, instead of an own goal, it is a save. No boost, he will try and dribble us out. Picks up the small 12 boost pads. Leaves it for Doggers, who'll probably have a lot more boost now. Kef can. In the blue half of the field. Now we'll pick it up, try and dribble. Plenty of boost to do something with it here, but now
And AJ
a
is
couple
with
of
the ball.
bashes will leave it wide open for AJ, but a demolition taking him out of the game for a few seconds. Dirty plays from the blue team. Still with a 1 goal advantage,
Oh,
wide
goal.
open man. Dubstep, Gravy Cat.
Yeah.
Will send it to a 2-goal lead. Still plenty of time on the board for Cameron Andrew. And these guys, not the best players that we've seen so far. We've seen,
Because they try their best.
yeah, we see. I think that the first game of the day with
Two really good
with
teams.
Shazoo and Football was it was so sad we had to lose one of them. Ended up losing Shazoo out of that. But Football, I think they put themselves into a good position to be the team
Yeah.
to beat today.
So far, it's the team that showed the most solid gameplay. So yeah.
We'll possibly see them in. We'll definitely see them later on tournament, possibly in the grand final a little bit later on as
I
well.
believe that we are casting all the games today.
We're broadcasting every round.
Yeah.
Well, we'll certainly see them at some point. Still in round number 1 of this single elimination bracket. Remember,
Yeah.
best of 3 all the way up until the final, which will be best of 5 today.
Yeah, you lose back home or back to Resonate. Don't know.
Yeah, you lose, your time will be freed back up. But AJ with a crucial save there. I think if the blue team had scored there, it would have been pretty much game over at that point.
Yesterday we had some Black Ops playing, and we have different stand at Resonate. And next to us there's GT Omega. They're doing
Yeah, they
gaming
have
chairs.
the giant. Do you know, I love the GT Omega booth. I've seen them at places like Insomnia before. And they always bring those giant chairs. They're just absolutely ridiculous.
2 members of their staff enrolled in our tournament,
Oh.
our Black Ops tournament, and they came back home with a PC.
Not bad for some, I suppose. But there you go, Dubstep Grave Cat taking out 1 man on his way to the net. Will push the gap up to 3. And I'm just looking back over at Cameron and Andrew, and you can see they're getting a little bit agitated. They just want to settle in, focus here, and get themselves at least get a goal back here as AJ will try and pick it up. Everyone whiffing the ball. Good play by AJ, making sure he stays in possession of that. Dogus will try and block, but gets surrounded by Dubstep Gregor Cat.
Yeah,
Dribble from Dubstep, trying to
so
cut it
close
back
to
on the
goal.
switchback into the middle. It was almost in. Kef Kane will put this into the middle, and Dubstep Gregor Cat follows it up, and 5-1 will be the lead now for Miki and Lewis. And with a minute 24 left on the clock, that might be all she wrote.
5-1. Yeah, they're really close to end the game right now.
Very dominant performance. And again, some low-ranked players compared to the guys that we have around here at the booth today.
But that's what's good with this type of tournaments also. It's like everyone is welcome, everyone can sign in, it's free.
Exactly. Oh, that's a slow roller towards the goal. 6-1. Just over a minute to go. But that's the thing about when you have open tournaments like this, and everyone just they've came along, they've seen the prize, they just want to try their best and maybe walk away with a PC.
Yeah,
Because you never
spend a good
never
time
really
and-
know when you come and sign up. You're never quite sure of the caliber of player who signs up here.
First day we had our
Oh
Fortnite
no,
tournament.
was that an own goal for the Brazil?
That's Brazil on goal.
Oh, I think it was. I think it might have been. No, it wasn't. Dubstep Gravy Cat touched it in time, but it was heading
On pass.
as an own goal. That's really unfortunate from the guys there. 54 seconds left, and we have our Brazil.
Yeah, our first day we had like a Fortnite tournament, and the team that won wasn't expecting that at all. So they came to the day, they saw the tournament, they just signed in, and at the end they came back with their PC, and they were so happy.
Yeah. It's all about making people happy here
Yeah.
at Resonant Gaming Festival in the heart of Glasgow here at the SEC. 34 seconds remaining, and Looks like Mike and Lewis are on their way despite a comeback from Cameron and Andrew in game number 2. Looks like Mike and Lewis will take a dominant victory here in game 3 and go through into the next round of the bracket.
30 seconds remaining.
As you predicted, 30 seconds remaining. What a prediction!
I've got some visions for it.
You can see the future come on. As AJ will throw it by. I want to see these guys get at least one more. They've played their hearts out. You can see that how passionate they've been, giving each other fist bumps, but it will not last here. In game 3, it will drop, and we will have an 8-1 victory for Miki and Lewis, and they will go through to the next round. Big victory.
Yeah.
Big victory for those guys.
I'm gonna put Mr. Craftman on the camera and gonna ask the winners to get to a quick interview.
Yes, let's get them along. As I'm back on stream, hello. We'll get the victorious team over for a short interview, as we have been all day. Hope you guys are having fun in chat. Remember, winner today will take home the 2 winners will take home brand new PCs for them. So we're going to get Miki and Lewis
We
along.
know with me coming. Just go in the middle.
We just got one of the players along. Welcome.
How we doing?
Are you Miki or Lewis?
Lewis.
You are Lewis. Congratulations, Lewis.
Cheers.
Well done on that 2-1 victory. But
Thanks very much.
you guys dominated in game 3, but that game 2, how was that? How did that feel when Cameron and Andrew came back?
Aye, so that we were a bit worried at that point, to be fair. And we weren't really sure. We don't play this game too much, sort of thing. So
No.
we thought we were just going to get beat. Sort of, let's win the first match. We were like quite surprised that we actually.
But that's what it's all about. You come along and see the prize. You could walk away with a brand new piece. Oh, did you turn the mic off? Oh, you're doing Lewis a disservice there. Get yourself in the camera shot as well, so we can see your lovely face on stream. But are you and Miki a team, or are you just solo players that have signed up today?
No, we're a team. We came here the day together. So.
And how have you been enjoying Resonant? Have you been here just today, or has it you been here all weekend as well?
No, just today. So yeah, it's been good so far. Really enjoying sort of lots of different games to play. This was one of the ones that I actually play every now and again anyway. So I thought we'll enter this tournament.
Definitely might as well. You could be walking away with a brand new shiny PC at the end of the day.
Hey, it's not a bad price.
Aye. So how do you feel going forward in the tournament? You're through to the next round. How do you rate your chances?
Right. Well, I've seen the sort of quality of the other guys. It's pretty good. You're just getting used to like doing flips and things like that, but the other guys are like boosting in the air and stuff like that. So it's obviously they're looking a lot better than us. But we're lucky to get through the first one. So
well, you can say you got a win under your belt and you're going through into the next round of the tournament. So thank you very much, Lewis.
Appreciate it.
We will see you in the next round. You and Miki. Unfortunately, Cameron and Andrew will be out of the tournament. But congratulations and good luck for the rest of the day.
Yes, yeah.
Good stuff there.
Yeah.
As Miki and Lewis will go through, as they said, not really players who play a lot, so we'll see how far they get.
Yeah.
See how far they get. But
I saw them directly after the games. They were asking for a game controller. Like,
oh yeah.
So
Alright.
maybe they're not use of the keyboard and the mouse as well.
Possibly not. It would be a disservice to them. But we will get the next rounds all ready for.
We're just gonna go into a quick break, just the time to get the next game set up.
Yes,
and
indeed.
We'll be back soon with you.
Absolutely. So we'll cut to a short break, but we'll be right back soon with more of the Rocket League tournament here at Resonant Fest in the SEC Glasgow. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hello.
boys and girls, welcome back. By the way, one of the players has just asked me who am I supporting. I am being unbiased in this because I'm commentating it. But anyway, sorry about that. Welcome back to Esports Scotland here at Resonant Gaming Festival here in the heart of Glasgow, the SEC. We are now into our semi-final rounds already, and these guys have been playing a fair bit of Rocket League today. One more best of 3 series for each of these teams, and they will be going through to the grand final
Finals,
to go and get potentially take home a PC.
Yeah, brand new ESL PC back home.
Oh, they're brilliant PCs. I'm looking
Yeah.
over there, and they're all like
Just going
glowing
to show you
RGB and
again
all that. Yeah, let's show the. We've got a cam that's looking at all the players. You can kind of see the PCs there.
You can actually see where the players are right now. So
Yeah,
they're
these are
on
all the
the
players.
left. So,
So on the way on the left hand side, those two at the end, that is Team Football, who we saw take down Shazoo earlier on today. Couple of great players, and they were going to be up against Kyle and Henry, who line up on the other side of the desk from them, so we can't really see them at the moment.
Yeah, opponents are facing each other for each game. So it's 2 players on one side, 2 players on the other side. So they can a bit BM and be like, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah, it's good. Do you know Do you know what I want to see? Really, I want to see one of these teams score an absolute screamer of a goal, and then just get up and run around the entire set. That would be amazing. I've done that before, and I've got told off for it.
And you took a goal just right after.
Yeah, it was great. Do you know I was actually I was playing Rumble with a few friends in a Belong arena, and I scored a goal with the tornado, which is impossible, but I managed it, and I sort of just jumped out of my seat and ran around the entire booth. It was fantastic.
It's back to our
and
camera.
then the guy who owned the place told me off. Didn't want me running around.
At least it's one of the best memories now.
Exactly. But hopefully these guys can create some memories of their own as
Yeah.
we get into our semi-final stage. And we'll get these guys up and ready to go. Football on the blue side. We got Zappa and apparently O'Neill, but it will be Big Chief, as we found out he's called. And of course we've got
And we are back in the game.
Kyle and Henry in the...
Football versus Carl and Henry.
Yeah, exactly. We got them lining up in the orange. And both the teams, remember, they have won a best of 3 already, so we know they're both capable of winning. It's just a matter of who can outperform their opponents.
It's going to be, as you said, it's important who scores the first goal, so it's going to be important to see which team can do it.
Very important. That could have been that for Carl and Henry, but O'Neill actually going to take this one back down. I believe that is Big Chief, the first goal. And Zappa celebrates. I'm going to keep saying O'Neill until he changes that, so he better change it damn quickly. But the first goal, in very quick fashion, 35 seconds into it, and we have our first goal in favour of Team Football.
So, Team Carl and Henry with the ball.
Ooh. That's an unfortunate bounce off the kickoff. Look at this, ESS 12 tries to actually gets the dunk over Zappa and off the ceiling, so hard to read, and Big Chief can't make the play.
That's an own goal at the end. So 1-1 in that game.
1-1 so far, but a good kick
Oh, it
off
looks
for
like a
Team
2-1.
Football, and off the post it will go. Can't make it fall. A couple of seconds into the game after the kickoff.
So, blue team in the attack right now, trying to get another goal. And always,
Actually,
so close.
Chief will
On
get
the
that one
top
off the
bar.
crossbar as
Yeah.
actually Zappa will flick it around in his own half. Now trying to find, well, it says O'Neill, but O'Neill and the rest of the team Shazoo is actually watching over these guys' shoulders. Very supportive of each other. These guys know each other really well.
What a great atmosphere today. Like, everybody is just like coming around, just watch it. When a team finish play, they just stay around and just watch other player playing. So it's really, really great atmosphere.
Definitely, I love that's what the Rocket League community does. They're so supportive of each other, and these guys, they play with each other a lot of time, at least Shazoo and Football do.
Yeah,
Football will take the shot, and Zappa will put his team into the lead. 2-1. 3 minutes 15 left.
Yeah, after the interview, we got the occasion to speak with football that won the first game and say, yes, actually knew the other team. So Scottish team knows each other.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you don't have a lot of Scottish players. I think probably the biggest players in the Scottish team would probably be Marky Duda, formerly a Flipside, former world champion, and now on XL. And of course, Scrub Killer, the 15-year-old demon who joined Team Vitality back earlier this summer.
And it's Zappa with the ball. And is it go on the crossbar?
Oh, off the crossbar, but it's going to leave it for Chief to come in and potentially take that one, but not going to happen this time as Kyle and Henry. Is it Carl and Henry?
It's Carl and Henry. I think it's Carl.
It's Kyle. It's Kyle and
I like Carl and Henry.
Henry. Kyle and Henry
Nice.
battling really well, and there's a flick round from one of them to tie the game back up. 2-2 at 2.5 minutes left.
It's a really balanced game we see so far. The two teams are playing really well.
Indeed they are, and they're just going blow for blow. A tie game halfway through this game number 1. You can definitely tell these guys are hungry for blood. And
Yeah, blue team directly with the ball trying to score that goal, and it's
great stuff from Chief as he gets the pass in from Zappa. Look at this. Almost picking up the boost, but great play off the backboard and great communication to get his teammate in the correct position. And Big Chief will send that home and takes the lead back for
They
Team
won
Football
that
3-2.
victory. They absolutely won that victory. It was 1-0, 2-1, 3-1 now. So Team Football really on fire.
Absolutely 3-2. Kyle and Henry not going anywhere fast as they put some pressure on this blue net. What looks like Zappa coming over the top, but it's actually one of the other players. It's either, I'm going to call that one Kyle. We'll find out soon enough.
And Team Carl and Henry trying to get that ball in.
Flicked up. Aerial play now for Big Chief.
It's a big battle in the middle field right now.
The battle holding midfield is really
what a
crucial when
nice
it comes to
save.
these kind of games where you want to control the midfield and get as many opportunities on your opponent's net as you possibly can, and both teams doing that so well. But that was heading towards the other net, could have been sneaking in, but now Zappa will take it off the corner, looking for it in the middle. That's a big opportunity. Now Zappa off the backboard, can he find his teammate? No. Big Chief was in the corner looking for boost, not in a great position to pass through. It will remain at 3-2, still the lead for Team Football.
Yep.
But it's still only a 1-goal lead, so anything can happen now as we tick into the final 60 seconds.
1 minute remaining. So Carl and Henry really have to go for that goal. They have to push, and is great doing it.
Oh, that's good. That's an opportunity, and great touch off the backboard with ESS 12. They will find the tying score here in game number 1. 49 seconds remaining. Sneaking it through onto that left-hand post of the blue goal.
They love to keep the suspense on.
Indeed. Absolutely. They want to keep us in suspense the entire way. Both these teams working incredibly well. It's a dangerous pass into the middle. ESS 12 putting himself in a dangerous position as he left that one, and his entire team will now with the ball.
Can he do it?
As Big Chief goes off the crossbar looking for Zappa, can't find home. 30 seconds remaining now, and we've still got ourselves a tie game. That could have been the lead for Team Football, but they keep it at a tie game. We could potentially see our first overtime of the day.
So we see O'Neill right now with the ball, fighting in the middle. Will it be a goal?
Oh no!
Ooh, what
touch.
a great goal!
What a touch from Kyle or Henry. As that one was popped up for grabs, and Zappa, what looks like Zappa getting the double touch off the floor, sneaking onto the crossbar, and 11 seconds remaining. Kyle and Henry could be taking the upset win here.
They're taking a really serious option for the finals right now.
I think we're going to have ourselves one hell of a series here, but it's not done yet. 5 seconds. Zappa looking towards net, gets blocked out by himself by the looks of things, but it's actually
Oh, the ball is still in the air.
Henry. Ball still in the air. Won't end until it's actually will do now. Kaelan Henry take the win in game number 1. Unexpected stuff there from Kaelan Henry. We know we've not seen them on stream yet or playing.
Sorry for the score. It was 0-0 and it's 1-0 for.
It is 1-0 for right now for Kyle and Henry. K-Y-L-E. There we go. But yeah, an unexpected start there from Kyle and Henry. As football, we saw them earlier against Team Shizou. They were pretty dominant, but able to sneak the win against them. Are Kyle and Henry better than football? That is the question we need to ask ourselves.
We will figure it out soon. Like, they are one game to go to the final, so we will really quickly know that.
Yeah, well, like you said, one win away from going to that grand final for a chance to take home one of these brand new PCs presided by Curry's PC World. Game number 2 starting here on DFH Stadium.
Exactly.
Zappa and Big Chief on the blue side for Team Football, looking to tie this series back up and force game number 3.
Will it be the last game?
Potentially be the last game if Kyle and Henry have anything to say about it. They've performed extremely well. Yes, there has been mistakes when it comes to defense and a couple of double commits, but when they've got into the offensive half of the field, they've been much unstoppable.
Zappa can get. Oh, what a nice save from Kyle.
It was a good enough save, but Big Chief is there to clean up the scraps, and that's where you really need your teammate when you've had an open net opportunity. Good rotation back from Kyle and Henry, but O'Neill, or excuse me, I say O'Neill because it is O'Neill on the player board. It's Big Chief.
We can call them as their nicknames. Maybe
Can
easier for
do.
the viewers as well.
But that's doing O'Neill a disservice as O'Neill watches from behind. That's where you really need your teammates to clean up the scraps from a couple of shots that you put on.
What a nice save.
Turning it back is now Big Chief using O'Neill to do so. We'll get demoed for his troubles.
Yeah, some fight in the middle. We saw one of the players getting destroyed.
Oh, and that was a great shot. That was a great shot from the side from Zappa, but again, the cleanup crew, that is Big Chief. Zappa puts them on, might not score them, but
Big
Chief puts himself in prime positions to make plays in the middle, and they're now 2-0 up.
What a great team gameplay right now. We can see that they are really used to play together, and yeah.
Definitely. I
So
was talking to these guys after they beat Shizou earlier on. They've been playing together for a long time.
Exactly.
Champion level players.
So how many levels do you have in Rocket?
So in ranked play, you actually have many different levels. You got bronze, silver, or gold. Then you go platinum, diamond, champion, and then grand champion. And each of those levels, with the exception of grand champion, has three distinct levels. So you got bronze 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to grand champion.
So it's a really diverse type of ranking system.
Very diverse. Some might say it's broken. Psionics says it's okay.
What do you say?
And these guys, champion 3 level players, so a one away from grand champion. So
Close from getting a goal here.
yeah, we know these guys are top players, some of the best players that we have here today.
Kyle and Ray need to
SEC.
go back in the game right now. They need to be focused a bit more and try to get these 2 goals. We saw them like playing really well during the first game, so they're able to do it. They can do it.
They can do it if they just have the belief, but not if Team Football have anything to say about it, because they are aggressing pretty hard. There's a big demo onto ESS 12 as they go over the top, trying to put it on. Will be not Zappa.
Take a really big advantage during the next program. We can just
Oh my goodness, that's not a great touch to make, is this 12? As they go back and forth into the orange half will go, and now Zappa
they
will
need to get this
rotate back.
ball in the blue side right now. Because blue team is happy, footballer is happy to keep the ball on their side because they just need to defend.
Yeah, they're happy to just sit back at this point, like you said, as they do have a 2-goal lead, 2 minutes remaining. Not seen a goal in a couple of minutes so far, as of yet.
It's Zappa with the ball, trying to find his partner.
Some nice dribbles there from Kyle or Henry. Kyle. I'll say Kyle. For argument's sake.
Just why not?
Just wing it. There's a big double commit. But it just does clear away. No one wants to aggress there. So Kyle and Henry will go back into their own half, trying
And
to
actually
recuperate
Zappa
the booth.
with the ball.
Oh, great pass in the middle from Zappa, but not able to find his teammate.
I love what, like, one of the players called Zappa and probably used...
Oh no, that's a wide open net. Oh, it's dribbling across off the
No.
post, and finally
Finally.
SS12 gets the goal. Maybe the comeback coming in here in the last minute, 18 seconds.
We've got Zappa against actually Zappa. That's what happened when you swap computers between 3 games.
Exactly, but
You'll be
at
around
least football are in a position on the PCs that we can look over and see how they're doing. Actually, Zappa will now take that up the wall, leaving it for Big Chief to get his shot on. He's been a big clean-up crew
close.
in this game, but not able to clean that one up as we tick into the final 60 seconds of game number 2. If football win this, we will be forced to
Can you
go
get
to
it?
game number 3.
What a nice save from
Save by
Kyle
Ki-
Henry.
by Kyle and Henry. 45 seconds remaining. 1 goal difference. I think the next goal will tell us a story if there is a next goal. ESS 12 now.
They're trying to get this final goal to be able to go into overtime after.
Yeah, one more goal from Kyle and Henry, and it will most likely force overtime at this point. But a big shot from Chief down his own end of the field, and 25 seconds left. They put themselves up by 2 goals.
It might be the comeback. It's the final comeback we were waiting for from Team Football.
Possibly, but remember, if they win this, they will go to game number 3.
Yeah, and this will
It'll be a
It's a nice game of that.
deciding game. 20 seconds now.
for our grand finals today.
Kyle and Henry need to pull something special at the bag if they want to end this now. But 10 seconds to go. It will probably not happen at this point. But a good showing from Kyle and Henry, but it was just no match for football in this one. And we will find ourselves in game number 3. As the ball touches the ground and football confirm the victory. Tie series. And we will go to game number 3.
What did you think of that game?
I think that's a telltale sign that football, they just needed time to get going in this series. I think they might have underestimated Kyle and Henry in game number 1, where they just sort of let them go and let them make their plays. But now in game number 2, they sort of tightened up a little bit. You saw Chief come in for those clean-up plays where Zappa had a shot into net. It might have got saved, or might just come off the post. But O'Neill in this game, actually Chief, he was there in great positions, knowing that the ball was coming his way, and they were able to sink those balls home. But now, Kyle and Henry, if they are going to end up winning this matchup, they are going to have to pull something special at the back, because I think once football get going, they get themselves going, because we saw it against Suzhou. They lost the first game against Suzhou, and then came back in games 2 and
They
3.
did the exact same thing. Maybe they will be able to get the final game as well.
Possibly. We'll see at the end of this game number 3, but a quick goal from Chief. 9 seconds in.
Looks good so far.
Picking up where they left off in game number 2. And it's a great start for football.
What a quick goal. It's good for... you must be really happy to score that goal really, really quickly like that.
Yeah, it's always great to start off with a very quick goal within the first 10 seconds.
Kyle and Henry needs to be focused now. They need to be back in the game, and they have plenty of time. So yeah, they just need to refocus a bit and try to go in the blue camps.
Exactly. We'll see what happens as the orange team try and dribble it down the sidewalk and get intercepted by football. Now off the backboard, Zappa now.
Trying to
Killing
move
that
the
ball.
ball into the other side of blue team.
And a big long clear from ESS 12. Set up. Not Zappa. for a shot onto net, but a big long looping shot. Be an easy enough save for the veteran chief.
From Zappa.
It was a good attempt on net, but they need to be a little bit more solid because this football team is just going to read everything you throw at net. I want to see some passing plays from Kylan Henry. Not really seen that too much in this series so far. But Zappa now. Get it back onto the backboard. You can see Chief lurking in the midfield, waiting for his moment to strike. Now Zappa holding the midfield.
They don't need to be as aggressive now, as they've got one goal in advance. Maybe choose? No, not yet.
No, not too yet. But I think when you've got a 1-goal lead, it's still in complete danger.
Yeah.
You really want a 2, maybe a 3-goal
yeah.
lead to be a little bit more comfortable. We want to step back. So I expect football. Yes, it might be a little bit more conservative, but I think they want that 2-goal lead first.
Yeah.
As a demo comes on to the attacking Kylan Henry player. Zappa putting it back into the orange half, powering it through the defense, and it will leave it for Chief to come over the top, sneaking it in into the top right corner, and 2-0 will be the lead now. And now it seems fairly comfortable for football to stay back.
Exactly, 2-0, they can be a bit safer now. But we saw that they quite like the strategy of being aggressive, staying in the opponent's side, and just like keep the pressure on, so like this other team cannot attack it.
Absolutely, you want to. A lot of Rocket League these days is about holding your opponents in their own half and sort of choking them out, boost starving them, not letting them get to those pads. Just keep it hogging all the boosts for yourself, and holding that midfield is a big part of that because it forces your opponents to play in their own half, in the half court. You've only got 4 of the 6 boost pills, 100 boost pills available to you, so you really just want to hold things in the middle.
When one player puts the pressure on the other team, the other player can just grab all the spills. Yeah, exactly.
2 minutes 10. Zappa firing towards net. Come off the backboard. Looking for a big Chief. And he comes over the top, making a big play. 2 minutes 5 left. And football have found their rhythm here in game number 3 after a couple of nervous games between themselves and Kylan Henry. But it's looking pretty dominant here in game number 3. And 2 minutes 5 left. 3-0 could spell the end for Kylan Henry's tournament.
Or is it going to be... Ooh, almost a quick goal.
Almost a quick off. Goal to start in the last 2 minutes of this game number 3. Kylan Henry, though, they need to communicate a little bit more because you see them going for the same ball quite a lot.
Yeah.
Double committing and just leaving themselves way out of position. It's probably a smart move not to go for that ball. Excuse me.
As you said before, 3 goals is quite comfortable now.
Oh!
4-1.
Well, I said it might have been a smart play to come back and rotate in, but when you're leaving the net wide open like that for Zappa and Big Chief to do their dirty work, just leaves it in prime position. 4-0, minute and a half left.
Kylan and Henry were both on the same player, so it left the door open. And that's a goal. It looks like football will be one of our grand final.
Possibly. Still plenty of time left though. It's minute 20. We know this Kylan Henry team can score big against this football team, but it just seems that game 2 and 3 are where they come to life, and football have just been completely dominant here in the last couple of games, finding their rhythm and finding their offense and their defense, as now Chief will dribble up the field. 56 seconds left. Zappa putting a long looping shot will come off the crossbar, leaving it for Chief. You probably don't want to score at this point. You just want to have this game over. Every goal just makes this game last even longer, and the pain will continue for Kylan Henry as they will continue to be shut out here in game 5.
Yeah.
Game 3 even. Excuse me.
They still want more goals. They want to go for the win.
Yeah, they definitely just want to secure this win.
Yeah.
Possibly go for the scoring record here today. As from what I've heard, the biggest deficit today has been like 11-0. 11-0. So games like that. So we'll see what happens. But there's the first goal in this game from Kylan Henry.
Yeah.
And it comes off of a kickoff. 36 seconds left to score 4 goals. it's not impossible, but I wouldn't hold your breath.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on Kyle and Henry for that game.
No, not really. It's not to say they've not played badly. They've just been completely outclassed.
They won the
by
first
this
game to
football
remind
side.
people as well.
Excuse me?
They won the first game.
Yeah, they did win the first game.
So they offered some really good gameplay. And
But you can just see what it takes to actually beat Zappa and Big Chief right now. They are just firing on all cylinders. 19 seconds left.
I think they won
They've got
the
19
7-1.
seconds left to get the Brazil.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see. We want to see the Brazil here
Maybe Kyle and Henry
in this
won't
semi-final.
win
One more win will, as we've been saying, will send them into the grand final, and it's looking as if it will be Fruitball
that. So close.
with one more series to win, one more best of 5. It will be in the final, and they could be taking home a brand new shiny PC courtesy of Curtis PC.
As you can see, Football are the winner. So we will see them in the finals in 30 minutes approximately, I think.
We will indeed. So fantastic stuff from Fruitball. A nervous start as they lost game 1, but bringing it back in 2 and 3, and they'll end up taking the victory there. Let's get these guys in for an interview to see how they're feeling. Can see them going over to congratulate their opponents at the moment. Kellen Henry just not able to get anything done at that moment in time, but we'll see. Oh wait. All right, no interview then. All right, that's fine. Can we get Football over then for the interview just now? Yeah, I'll start setting up the lobby and we'll get Football on for an interview as well. So you guys, I think Chief just heard me say interview and he just cringed. We'll get these guys over and see how they're feeling. We'll set up for our second semi-final though.
Yes.
Someone's
Like
walked away with the bracket.
Team Football looks a bit shy. I'm not sure they want to.
Yeah, a little bit shy. Yeah, we might just leave the interview. Well, I'll tell you, they only want to interview. They only want on the interview when they're once they've won the entire tournament.
Yes.
That's exactly what they want right now. But we'll get into our second semi-final now. Do we know the? We don't. Well, I don't know the team names. Do we know the team names for the second semi?
I'm gonna get the team names.
Let's get the team names. And actually, Colmon's going to get the team names for us. But hopefully, you guys are enjoying yourself in the chat as Zappa trying to get in shot. Are you want to come in? Will we chat to us while we're getting ready for the next semi-final? We're looking for the team names. He's got them there. Anyway, Zappa's here.
Hello.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Another 3-game series. How did that fare for you this time?
We seem to be really good at losing the first game and then going, crap, we need to do well, and then getting the next two.
Exactly. You guys, a little bit of a nervy start in game 1, as we've been saying.
Yeah.
But you guys seem to come to life in game 2 and 3.
Yeah.
What is it that keeps you motivated after you've lost that first game?
Just motivation to win. Like, never get. I don't want to sound like cliche and all that, but it's never give up, never
give up,
forfeit,
never surrender.
unless it's 6-0 with 2 seconds left, in which case it may be a bit difficult. But yeah,
Maybe
it's
a little
just
bit.
keeping a positive mental attitude and going for it.
Exactly, and that's how these guys just power through this tournament. But you're in the grand final now. You're going to play one of the teams up on next. You're either going to play. We have the team names over there. You're either going to play Scott and Jazier. Yeah, we have Jazier here.
Aye, Jazier. Oh,
Yeah, we got Jazier. We're going to play either Scott or Jazier or Mickey and Lewis as well.
Mickey and Lewis.
Have you
haven't even got a team name, honestly.
Have you guys had a chance to see some of the competition around?
We saw, like, obviously our first match, you and or Chief, as he's known online.
Uh-huh.
He's actually friends with the people we played in the first game.
Oh yeah.
And
With,
then
Shazoo.
that game there, we were watching them in training doing air shots and ceiling shots. I'm like, this is going to be fun. And then we lost the first game. We're like, we need to do it. We need to go.
But you pulled it back, and now you're in the grand final after those couple of series. Mike and Lewis, or excuse me, Scott and Jazier were the team I was thinking of. We saw them second on stream, and they Braziled their opponents in both games.
Oh yeah, I've seen them as well. Yeah, they look like that's going to be a fun game as well.
So, do you know who you would prefer to play out of these two,
Well,
if any?
I haven't seen Meeksy and Lewis, so I can't say about them. But I think Scott and Jazer is going to be a good game anyway.
I will see. But congratulations, either way. We'll see you in the grand final a little bit
Thank you
later
very
on.
much.
Thank you. But we'll get set up for game number. I'm going to hold my microphone. Can you hold the microphone so I can still talk and type at the same time? You got it? There we go. So we've got Scott and Jazier. I think that's how you spell it, versus Mike and Lewis in our second semi-final. Let's go semi-2 and so we'll get these guys into the lobby for our second semi-final of the day. Grand final coming up soon. Remember, still best of 3 at the moment. Best of 5 will be our final game today. Comes straight after this one. But we've seen both of these teams on stream so far today, both with pretty convincing wins. We saw Scott and Jazier take out was it Amy and Callum, I believe it was, earlier on. And we saw Miki and Lewis taking on Cameron and Andrew in a close best of 3 series that just ended up in a blowout win in game 3 for Miki and Lewis. We'll get everything set up. You can see these guys just across the way, ready to get going. I think we can see Miki and Lewis just on our side of the barrier, whereas Scott and Jazier will be on the other side. Almost getting everyone in. And we're just setting the stream up a little bit. I think we're ready to go.
Hello. We just need to do some quick things with the stream right now.
Yeah, we're just getting the stream up. As we can see, as we're looking at the player cam.
Exactly.
Looking at.
I can show you a bit of the venue.
Yeah, let's have a look at the venue, and we see a little wee kid there.
Just behind these
Just
people are the
just dancing around.
GT Omega people that equipped us with some really nice
that's,
gaming chairs at Big Fest.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, you can see the huge chair with
Huge
someone on it.
chairs from GT Omega.
We've got
Yeah.
some. We've got. Oh,
We've got us. Hello.
and we've got Konami over there, just presenting the new PlayStation Pro Evolution Soccer, sorry.
Yep.
And on the right, some console gaming.
Yeah, so it's a decently sized venue here at Resonant Gaming Festival.
Yeah.
In the SEC in Glasgow. I'm still getting used to saying SEC instead of SECC. 'Cause they only renamed it in like the last couple of years
It
to
used
the
to be
Scottish event.
SECC?
Yeah, it used to be the SEC, which was the Scottish Exhibition and Conference Centre. Now it's just SEC,
No more conferences.
which is the Scottish Event Campus.
Oh, okay.
And that includes obviously here. It
Yeah,
includes the Armadillo. It also includes the Hydro. There comes scooting in the camera shot as well.
Yeah,
I think
we're
are
just
we,
waiting for players to be ready for the next game.
I think the players are ready, so I think we will be ready to go,
Yes.
and we'll get things started here
Perfect.
in our second semi-final of the day. So remember, best
It's
of
our
3,
admin, yeah. Our admin with a thumbs up, so it means the game will start really soon.
and everyone loading in. AJ and Togus will represent Miki and Lewis, and Scott and Jazer were represented by some generic Esports Scotland's account. But we'll get stuff going here in our second semi-final. Game number 1. And Miki and Lewis off, or excuse me, Scott
Oh,
off to a
what a
great
quick
start. Very quick goal, 5 seconds in. Quickest goal that we've seen all day long.
They want these PCs.
They want these PCs, but Miki and Lewis a little bit scrappy off the initial kickoff, and 5 seconds in, pretty much gifting the lead to Scott and Jazier.
Exactly.
Off.
Yeah.
Off the sidewall now, Doggis will go up for it, I think. Scott and Jazier will have a little bit more of a challenge here than they did against the team that they took out 8-1 and 7-1 earlier on, as Esports Scotland 10 going up for a shot off the backboard, couldn't sneak it under the crossbar. Now AJ will try and pick it up. Actually, we'll leave it for Doggis, or Dugas, I believe. It's Dugas or Doggis? I think it's Dugas. Now AJ will pick it up, trying to get in the middle. No one in the centre to get that one away. So it'll be a very loose ball now for Esports Scotland 9 to pick that one up, and they will get the goal this time.
Goal, yeah.
And another one will fall. Jazier and Lewis, and the great pass BM comes out immediately as it was passed straight into the heart of Esports Scotland 10 by his teammate, and possibly by the other team as well. Just try to catch where they are as well. I think they are. They're sitting in the same place they were. So we've got Miki and Lewis sort of to our right here, and then Jazier and Scott are where they were in the middle on the other side.
Exactly. And it was close to be a third zone for the team. And we can see another goal for Scott and Jazier.
Yeah, it was a wide open goal. As you see, AJ just rushing in here, and left his teammate Doggis in a awkward position, as he would have expected his teammate to win that ball and get it downfield.
What a nice finish here.
It was a nice finish from Jazier and Scott. Get that one away, but 3-0 fairly quickly here, as the lads roll on. Still remember, best of 3 to go through to our grand final today.
Miki and Lewis know they have to go all in right now. Not all in, but almost all in.
Yeah, I mean, going 3-0 down within the first couple of minutes of game number 1 has got to be cause for concern. Now 4-0 down, in fact.
They have to go all in right now.
So they really need to get their stuff together and come up with a game plan to beat this Jazier and Scott side, because it's not been...
They're showing some really good gameplay right now.
They are indeed, and...
it's our BM team, I think.
yeah, it is our BM team, who was BMing earlier, but they've got cause to now, as another kickoff goal will be the hat-trick for number 10.
5-0 right now for Scott and Jazier. You must be really happy to be like at 5-0 after 2 minutes of game.
Indeed, like you always want to start as quickly as you can, but starting as quickly as this against Miki and Lewis is a big confidence boost for Scott and Jazier, because we spoke to them after their match where they won 8-1 and 7-1. I think we'll take the 6-0 lead. We spoke to them after their victory earlier, and they said they weren't too confident. They didn't think they could go all the way.
Exactly, yeah.
But now they are. Well, they're one series away, could potentially be one game away after the next 2 minutes and 55 seconds. And 6-0 off the bat, you've got to think they're not going to give up a goal anytime soon, unless they let the Brazil happen.
Yeah, we saw some pressure from Scott and Jazier during the interview. Yeah, they were not really confident. So we will see, but there's a really good chance to go to the finals right now.
And making their mark, Jazier and Scott, 7-0. We saw them pull it off twice in their last game as Esports Scotland 10 begging for the 7-1 for the Brazil. Now the thing here is Miki and Lewis, they don't want that to happen. They want to... Do you know what I was going to say? I would say you want to score on your own net at that point. You don't want to be embarrassed by Brazil. I'd rather take the 8-0 rather than Brazil.
Yes.
But AJ representing Marky and Lewis. Or Mickey and Lewis. I keep
Mickey
saying
and
Marky. I'm so used to Marky do that. 2.5 minutes gone, 2.5 left. Here in game 1.
Looks like this game is gonna be for Scotland together.
We'd see a potential double Brazil. Alt F4 to type, by the way. Nice one, lads.
Casually commenting in the chats while playing.
Yeah. I mean, they can do so because they are very comfortably ahead there by 6 goals.
Yeah.
Got the Brazil very, very early. As AJ trying to go up for that one. That looks like it's dribbling in. The Brazil
so
might be
close.
ruined. Good save to stop the 8-1.
Yeah, really close to be a 8-1. Would have ruined it.
Would have ruined the Brazil completely. Although it would have started the train towards the double Brazil.
Yes. Do you believe in the double Brazil in this game?
I think Scott and Jazer, if they wanted a double, if they knew the double Brazil existed, they would go for it. I think they're just happy to keep the 7-1 because they are happy. They've got their Brazil. They want to keep it this way, and you would think that they don't want it to happen. But Dogus will ruin the Brazil this time. They don't want to score too many goals. They want this clock just to run down because obviously when a goal is scored, the clock does stop. It just extends the game a little bit.
It's a best of 3. It's a best of 3, so it means Mickey and Lewis have a fair chance after to do a reverse sweep, so they need to keep playing.
Oh, well, here comes the comeback, I guess. 7-3, very quick goal there by Dogus, but you see there Scott and Jays are not going for the kickoff, leaving that net wide open. But it brings it back to 4. Brings it back to 4 now. This
will do it.
This could be an opening. But I think Scott and Jays here, they'll go back to their winning ways. Oh, yeah, there's a wide open net, 8-3.
8-3 for Scott and Jays. So
minute 10 left, and this is just a brutal beatdown. Still got at least one more game to play after this as well.
What do you do during this time? Like, do you already think about the future game, or do you keep playing that game?
When you're on the losing side,
yeah.
on the deficit side. Yeah, usually at this point you'll start thinking about, okay, what you'll start seeing what these guys are doing. You'll try and plot out things to do against them in game number 2, and you just really want to come up with a strategy now on what is going to be your first kickoff, what is going to be your first play in game 2 to really blow the doors off of this Scott and Jazer side. Okay. They need to come up with something quick. But just letting this game roll on, they can see how.
Scott and Jazer were not happy to take 2 goals in a row like that.
Exactly. You can see them just rolling on 9-3 now. 36 seconds remaining. Not the most competitive of series, but Miki and Lewis have given them a couple of things to think about.
Yeah, they need to come back focused for the second game and to start strong, Miki and Lewis. They have a chance to surprise their opponents. And in the BF3 you can still get the choser games and you go to the finals.
Oh, look at this bump. Look at the bumps. Oh, just the floppy plays that you see in front of the net from these teams is just ridiculous. But there you go. There with the 10th goal. I think that was their plan after the Brazil was ruined to get to 10. They finally do it. 4 seconds remaining.
What's the highest score you ever done?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I think I beat someone one-on-one more than 20 goals to like less than 5 once. That was a while ago. That's why I'm sitting in the commentary booth and not out there playing, is because I am terrible. But there's Scott and Jays here. They're not playing terribly. They are playing very, very well, and they will be on to match point.
And a new item for us.
And a new item, a new topper for us. Might put that on the car a little bit later. But there you go. It's hard to see Miki and Lewis come back from this. I mean, we saw them play against Cameron and Andrew earlier on, and that game, everyone was just a little bit too floppy for my liking. Everyone was just kind of diving in at the ball, missing it most of the time, And yes, Mickey and Lewis did win that series, and they won the second game. It was like 5-1, 6-1, something like that. But when they're coming up against the Scott and Jazier side, I don't think they have an answer. I think we're going to see another blowout victory here, and Scott and Jazier will go through to the grand final. That's my prediction, but anything can happen here.
I would still have a win from Mickey and Lewis, just for the honor.
I'd love to see them win a game. I want to see them win a game because it puts them into game 3 where anything can happen in these all or nothing games. But first of all, they need to get there, and we are going to start game number 2.
And 1-0
It's a
for
good
Scott and Jazier.
good kickoff for Mickey and Lewis, but it does get picked up in the end by Scott and Jazier, and will roll back towards the orange half of the field.
So close.
Douglas with a good rotation back into the defensive position.
Douglas likes to play with fire. Doing that in your own camp?
In your own half, when you've got 2 players aggressing onto net at the same time, it's a tough situation to be in. But there's a nice block again by AJ. But Douglas will actually, with that one, Esports Scotland 9 could have came in if he was just a little bit less hesitant.
Douglas with the save again. They need to play a bit more aggressive, I think. They need to try to.
Oh, and the bump from 10 onto Douglas. We'll leave that one wide open. Look at this. Douglas puts it back into the middle, bumps the returning defending player,
That's
and
really
is
nice
just
goal.
does not allow him any opportunity to get his feet set and get into a good position. I don't think he had much boost in either way. But it'll be 1-0 relatively quickly here. And Mo 2-0 even quicker as Scott and Jazier picking up where they left off.
I think you are right. Yeah, Scott and Jazier will probably get off one as well. So we'll probably see them in the finals, I think.
Well, we've still got 4 minutes 13 left. Anything can happen. And I mean anything can happen, Claire. It is so tense. Here in Hall 2 of the SEC here for Resident Gaming Festival.
Do you plan to visit a bit the Resonate after the tournament?
Yeah, exactly. These guys will be wandering around. There's some good merchandise floating around. You've got some meet and greets with some YouTubers as well. I've heard of announcing them over the tannoy. You also got the main stage run by my friends over at Epic Land. As Esports Scotland 10 trying to make it 3-0 but gets it off the post.
We ran a similar event 2 weeks ago with Esports Scotland, actually.
Oh yeah, Big Fest as well.
Big Fest.
Oh well.
We had some Rocket League playing. And people really enjoyed it. We had some show match as well. And we had Marley 13 against Bachi.
Alright.
It was pretty fun to watch.
That would have sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Really upset I wasn't able to make it over through to Edinburgh for that, but it sounded like a good
Next
event
year.
either way. So try and make it 4-0. They will do. Will stop Jazier as they head
and spamming great pass.
spamming great pass and saying we will get the Brazil. It's up to Mickey and Lewis to stop that from happening, because we know they can score. They have got some kickoff goals before.
Yeah.
Might actually get one here. That one's trickling towards net. That will go in off the kickoff. AJ, 3 minutes 21, and well, it might have been set up for the Brazil already. They claim it was tactical. But one more will prevent the Brazil from happening here in game 2.
Yeah, we're gonna see some nice gameplay also for the finals. Like Scott and Jason have showed some really good gameplay, and after they will be probably facing Fruit Basket. So be ready for the final right after that game.
Yeah, they will be facing Fruit Basket in the grand final for a chance to take home one of those shiny PCs. Whatever it may be,
Yeah,
but
those are
5-1 scoreline now for Scott and Jazier.
Yeah,
Just wide open net, and 2 minutes just under 3 minutes left.
3
2
minutes to
into
go
this
and
game.
5-1. They need to keep the score. If they really want to go for the Brazil, they will have to really defend well and just keep playing. But we know that Mickey and Lewis will not let that happen, so We believe
At
in
least
them.
we want them to stop it happening. We've seen too many Brazils today. Don't want to see another one. We want to.
We didn't see any Brazil at the end of the game. Like,
No, well, that's the debate that goes on in Rocket League. Is it truly if it doesn't end with a Brazil? If a Brazil happens, is it? But then it ends like 10-3, like it did in game number 1.
for me, that's not a Brazil.
Is that still a Brazil?
Nah. Do you think it's a Brazil?
Brazil happen. I think you need to end it on a Brazil. If you want a true Brazil, it needs to end 7-1.
Brazil lost
5-1.
5, lost 7-1, it's like 8-3. So
Yeah, well, it's 5-1, possibly 6-1 here in game number 2. As Scott and Jay-Z are taking one step closer
one more in the
to the one step closer to Brazil, and they've got 1 foot in the grand final already.
So we need to see player have fun like that. Also trying to get another objective in the game. They know they're more used to play the games and maybe more experience with it, so they're just trying to push on other goals.
Oh, that will be the Brazil, in fact. 1 minute 49 left. Not as quick as game number 1, but it still happens regardless.
So they need to defend really well now.
Yeah, you see there, I don't know if it's Jay-Z or not, but he just let AJ and Dugas just flip at the ball, faking him out, thinking he was going to hit that towards net, but he just holds off, lets them flip, and gets it straight into the heart of the net for the Brazil.
We need some time. You see Dugas just trying to defend. And the blue team just want to keep the ball in their side, or they just
Absolutely. As Esports Scotland 10. Dribbling it up the sidewall. Maybe looking to ruin the Brazil himself, but no, he will actually put it back towards
is this gonna be
the
a
orange
goal?
corner. That could be an own goal. It will be an own goal on Esports Scotland 9. Scott and Jay-Z are ruining their own Brazil. Actually comes from an own goal from Dogan. Oh, he ended up touching it. He did touch off him at the end off the goal line. Good stuff. Ruins the Brazil. It's only one true Brazil so far.
They call it 10-1.
They want it 10-1. They want the extra 2 goals. Well, there's one. With 1 minute and 1 second left on the clock, it is a complete blowout. And Scott and Jay-Z, I know they said they weren't confident, but these guys could be the dark horses going into the grand final.
Yeah, they show some really, really good gameplay so far, so they've got a really fair chance in the finals of time.
Definitely. With 60 seconds left, they will make it the 10-1.
Did you know about the other team we will see in the final? Did you know them before?
Excuse me?
Did you know the team we will see in the final? Did you know them before? Did you meet
No,
them?
I've never met them before. These guys just came along and
The future of Scottish
just wanted to play.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've been friends with Team Shazoo for quite a while, who we saw them take out in the first game on stream that we had. 45 seconds now.
And to remind the people in the chat, we are always looking at Esports Scotland to get more things happening. So if you are running your own tournaments, you want to bring a community together, we are just always open to hear your proposition and help you to do it.
Definitely get some more Rocket League stuff going.
Yeah, that would be great.
It would be awesome as Rocket League gets more and more popular. Not just throughout Scotland, but throughout the world as well.
How old is Rocket League?
Excuse me?
How old is Rocket League?
How old is it?
Yeah,
It came out in June of 2015.
15. Quite an old game now.
So yeah, it's just over 3 years old now. They had their third party. Actually, the game before this, Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars, the prequel to Rocket League with the worst title in history. That is the 10-year anniversary of that game.
Is it still on?
Yes, it's still on. It's on PS3. You can go buy it in the PS3 store. But that was the successor to Rocket League. As 12-1 will be the final. Will more than likely be the final score. As Looks like they got
6 seconds
1,000 points each, which is not something you see that often. You really see people averaging around 200-300,
and
maybe 400 points, and especially in a closed-off game like this.
they
This
don't
would
know
be
the button.
this would be over 2,000 points each if it was online because the scores are doubled. But there you go,
Oh.
Scott and Chase here, dominant fashion as we expected, taking out Mike and Lewis, and Scott and Chase here will have banked their place in today's grand final.
Going back with our webcam. So I'm just gonna ask the winner if they want to do a quick interview.
Yeah, let's get them on for a really quick interview. Scott and Chase, we had them earlier. I'm gonna ask them if they're a little bit more confident going into this grand final because I said earlier we had them on earlier and they said we are not confident going forward, but they've stamped their ticket to the grand final to take on Team Football. And here they come now. Or at least Jazier, not Jazier. Will come in. Grab a mic and we'll get you on.
The bank is gonna be easier.
Congratulations, guys. You've banked your place in the grand final. How does it feel?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good, but I think this will be your first actual challenge because we got lucky in the first 2 games with our opponents, but now we've not really had to warm up against good players because it's low rank, so you can't really warm up against like low ranks and stuff. So, you know, this will be your first time warming up, kinda. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be a tough challenge, and we're just going to have to adjust.
Yeah, definitely. Have you seen these guys play yet? Because the Team Football is the guys you're going to be facing off against. They took out Team Shizou earlier on. But the thing with these guys is, in these best of 3 series, they have lost the first game. So do you think if you can win the first game, does that build momentum for you? At least give you a bit of confidence if you were to go in and win the first game.
Well,
Definitely.
for me, it would just be the same as anything. Like, usually with in Rocket League, there's a question that a lot of people like to ask is, what would you rather go early, 1-0 down, or 1-0 up? And I feel that 1-0 down is better for me, but we'll just see.
Yeah, I know you said when we had you on earlier, you said you weren't confident going through into the next round, but here you find yourself in the grand final. Are you a little? I know you said it's a bigger challenge coming against Football now, but is it at least giving you a little bit more confidence going in, and you could at least take maybe 1 game off these guys?
Yeah, hopefully we can take a game off them. It wouldn't be good to go to the grand finals and then just get beat 2-0 after winning 12-1 and stuff.
Definitely, it will be exciting to watch, and we'll see you there. Congratulations, guys, again. Thank you for coming on, and we'll see you guys in the best of 5 grand final coming up a little bit later. Great stuff, Jay's here and Lewis.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, was it Lewis? I can't remember. But either way, those guys are safe. Scott and Jay's here, that's it, thank you. But those guys are through at the grand final to take on Football, and we will see that coming up very, very shortly.
soon.
We'll
Yeah,
take a short break.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a short break, and we will be back very, very soon for our grand final. One of these teams will be taking home a brand new PC courtesy of Curtis and PC World. So don't go anywhere. Esports Scotland at Resonant Gaming Festival. We'll be right back after this. Boys and girls, welcome back to
Hello.
Esports Scotland here at Resonant Gaming Festival. We're here in the Curry's PC World booth. My name is Craftman, that is Clement, and we are ready for our grand final today. Two teams battling through the bracket, and we are finally down to our grand final. Football and Scott and Jazier. This is sure to be a smashing grand final, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, like really excited about this game, and also it's a best of 5 this time.
Yeah,
so
best of 5 rules now. So first to 3 wins rather than the first to 2, and the winner will be taking home one of these lovely Predator PCs.
Yeah, sorry for the mistake before. The winner will not get a ESL PC, but a Acer Predator, I think.
Yeah, it's one of these
Yeah.
Acer Predator PCs. Still nothing to be sniffed at. I mean, we're giving it away a bloody computer for crying out loud. Jesus.
Would you love?
Why am
one
I
of
not
these?
playing
Yeah.
it? Oh yeah, because I'm rubbish. That's why. But yeah, these guys have obviously been the clear 2 best teams that
Yeah.
we've seen today come through the bracket. So we spoke to Scott and Jazier before they got after their semi-final victory, and they're not feeling too confident. But watching football, I think Scott and Jazier, they could take maybe 1 or 2 games off of them.
They've got a fair chance. I feel like 2 teams have quite equal level,
Yeah.
so they've got a fair chance. And apparently the teams are ready to go, so we will soon be in the game.
Yep, I think everything's up and ready to go. These guys do not want to waste any time
So
getting in,
thumbs up.
and we're giving the thumbs up to our admin, but he cannot see. It's Amy from earlier distracting our admins. Come on, Amy. Distracting our admins. It's fine, don't worry about it. But everyone is in and everyone is ready to go.
I'm so excited for this game.
Chief and Zappa on the blue side versus Pulse MK, which is actually a name I recognize. Now that I see that name, I know where he's come from. Oh, Pulse. Actually, no, wait, hang on. He's just pretending to be Pulse, maybe. I don't know. But here comes Zappa dribbling up the side. Great start for Zappa off of this game. And the dribble play shows you the level of confidence that this team has.
Great goal, great quick goal as well. So yeah, football is starting well so far.
Absolutely. And Chief and Zappa, I think they have the best shot of winning this. I think if Jazier and Scott have any
They won
opportunity.
against the best.
Chief off the roof.
They won against the team that was considered the best one during the first one. So they show that they have really good skills. So
Yeah, we could have potentially seen what would have been the grand final in the first game of the day, but these guys through. They've struggled in game 1s before, but now here in game 1 of a best of 5, they need to turn it on because every game counts. Don't want to go down that 1 game early, despite the longer series. Just want to try and win any game that you possibly can.
yeah, the fact that it's the best of 5 changes a lot of things. So it gives more time for if you are 1-0, more time for you to go back and take the final win.
Yeah, you do have that little bit more of a safety net rather than losing the first game and all of a sudden you're down on match point.
Exactly. And we see Chief on the point of view.
Yep, Chief now trying to get into a position for Zappa to come in and make a
Zappa is
play.
coming.
We've seen Chief a lot especially in the last series that we saw them in the semi-final, where Zappa would put a shot onto net and Chief would just come and clean it up. Want to see that level of communication and the level of discipline that these guys put into the Rocket League play.
Yeah, they've been playing really well the last game, so this is the same type of gameplay. It's their style, I guess.
Exactly. Now Jazier.
It's a football style.
Yes. Zappa now. Picking up the ball, trying to get into the middle. Chief lurking in the midfield. Able to keep the pressure on here. Now Pulse will clear down. That's actually Scott.
And
Well,
on the attack.
They like playing with these names, Jazier and Pulse.
Yeah, I've got a
MK.
real name for this one.
Names of Rocket League gods in the past. I think everyone in Rocket League scene knows who Jazier is, as well as Pulse. MK. Way back in the early days of Rocket League, maybe falling out of fashion a little bit these days. They're at least keeping it a one-goal game at the moment, but here's a breakaway opportunity now for Zappa. Takes it too slow. And Pulse able to rotate back in time. Now Chief off the backboard, looking for Zappa in the middle. Couldn't sneak it in. And great defense once again from the Scotland Chaser side.
What a really nice game so far. We see the two teams with a similar level. It's really nice game so far.
Been one of the most competitive games that we've seen throughout the course of today.
They want this PC. They want it back home. So
Indeed they do. And Chief, the dribble play and then following through for the bump. Zappa wasn't able to come in time and get that one away, but now ball will ping pong back and forth between the sides. Everyone having some opportunities to do what they wish. Now, Zappa picks it up, putting it onto the backboard, looking for that rebound. Will actually drop it down. Oh, just misses the bottom left corner of the orange net. And 1 minute 20 seconds left. Still only a 1-0 lead for Chief and Zappa of football. Meanwhile, Jazier and it's Scott / Pulse.
And Zappa maybe for the goal. Oh, nice save. And Chief is going back in defense, and
60 seconds left
60 seconds remaining. So Scott and Jaza have to go a bit more aggressive right now.
They do need to be a little bit more aggressive as the time ticks down here on game number 1 of the grand final. 45 seconds left. Still only a 1-0 lead. Anything could change if only Scott and Jazier could get through that last line of defense.
And Zappa staying in the middle to try to put some pressure on the opponents. And Chief trying to clear out the ball.
Zappa hanging towards net.
Only 20 seconds left, so they want to play it safe now.
They do want to play safe, but this ball's arcing towards the blue half of the field now. Pulse trying to run a disruption. Jazier will get it back up on the backboard. One last chance for Pulse now to maybe put a play onto net, but it's cleared away by Chief, and that one is going to drop down, and that will be the first victory in a game number 1 for football.
So victory for football for the first game.
Indeed, and that's the first game 1 that they've won all day long.
Yeah, maybe it will be the opposite this time.
It might be the opposite. Although we see Scott and Jazier, they've played completely dominant, flat out. They admitted it themselves. They've not played against some great teams, but now they have to. They've put up a good show against football in this first game. 3 saves out of the 8 shots that football put onto net, with only 1 goal dropping. That's an incredible statistic.
So yeah, we're really solid gameplay from Scott and Jazier. They got a really fair chance to come back and to get this PC PC to remind people that we got from Curious PC World. And it's a bit late now, but if you want to see us, we are at the Curious PC World stage, and that's the finals of the Resonate.
As we go into game number 2, everyone gathering round the PCs of football. Audience gathering, wanting to see some action here.
They've got their public, eh?
on Champions Field. The names of the former world champions and current world champions, in fact, hanging from the rafters of Champions Field, maybe inspire a little bit of creativity and some world championship form from this football side as they take the first goal within 31 seconds.
So it looks really similar start from the first game. Really game.
That one was going wide as well. It was the touch from the defending orange player. As Paul says, he's looking for a new teammate. BM his teammate already, and another quick goal for football, putting up 2-0.
They need to be focused again to be able to get that game. So yeah, they can do it. It's only 2-0 so far. They showed in the first game that they can offer some good gameplay. So yeah,
definitely, and a very quick start in just really holding Jazier and Pulse MK in their own half. You know, get rid of the player bar at the bottom so we can see all the action in all its glory.
Yeah, Chief in defense trying to go directly for the goal.
Oh,
He's
that's a big whiff there for Jazier.
Nice save from Pulse MK.
There's a big whiff, but just manages to put it wide. And Chief and Zappa will have to reset themselves.
Yeah,
Jazier now.
exactly.
Has to dribble it past, not able to fake out Chief any. And Zappa will come flying in. Demos the last defending player.
It's 2 versus 1.
It's 2v1 for the moment, but you spawn back within 3 seconds.
How long,
You're
how long does it take to respawn?
So it only takes about 3 seconds or so to respawn, but you respawn back in your own half of the field. The only RNG part of standard Rocket League, you would say, is where you spawn. Whether it's on the left or right hand side after a demolition. And Jazier and Pulse trying their best to bring it back within 1. Still plenty of time left here with 3 minutes ticking down. But Chief and Zappa, they've just rotated so well, and there's another shot from Zappa, and this one will sneak under the crossbar. It will be 3-0 with just under 3 minutes left, and they are on their way to at least securing a 2-0 victory or 2-0 lead, I should say, in this best of 5 series, and could potentially put themselves on match point. And another goal right off of kickoff. Chief really piling on the pressure here for Scott and Jazier. It's not been going their way here in the grand final for Scott and Jazier, but they're trying their best. As 4-0 will be the scoreline here in game number 2.
Yeah, it's Team Orange needs to get back on the track right now.
Indeed they do. They've just not really been performing the way we really expected them to, as they will actually take probably their first shot of the entire grand final so far, and another one gets a brilliant save from Chief.
That was a really close one.
It was really close. Doesn't fall this time.
Maybe
Pulse will take it out of his own net backwards.
Maybe he wants a Brazilian, but in the other side.
Possibly. Imagine that, Braziling all of your opponents today, and then you end up getting Braziled yourself in the grand final. Not at that stage just quite yet. Still 4 goals away from that. But it's certainly looking bleak for Jazier and Scott.
Real battle in the middle field right now.
Oh, shot from the middle of the field, and Chief will make it a 5-0 lead. A minute 47 left on the clock.
Team football are really solid. They offer they play patient, they stay patient for a while, and when it's the right moment, they just go full attack. And we quite often saw this same tactic of having one player on the side, just keeping the ball and waiting for the other one a bit further in the back, and just waiting for the right moment to strike.
You see, this might be the first goal for Jazier and Scott, and it will be. Jazier actually puts that one in. Possible Brazil setup, as we've been saying, but a minute 35 left, not impossible to bring back 4. It's been done before. I've seen people come back from 6-7 goal deficits with like 2 minutes left, or like less than a minute to go. I've seen them come back from that. To be fair, it was 1v1s, and 1v1 goals can come.
So how many
pretty
modes
quick,
do you have?
quick
You have
quick and
5 versus 1v1, 2v2, and
a 3v3 would be the standard.
okay.
Is your standard competitive format, but you get 2v2 and 1v1. Most you can go as 4v4, but that's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't
too
know why
many
you would
people
want
on
to do
the-
that. It is literally called chaos mode in online, but there's 6-1, and the chaos continues on the side of Scott and Jazier.
1v1 must be really tactical.
Very tactical, and you can get a lot of goals really quickly. You can get goals that are games that end up like 11-10 in overtime. It's pretty nutty, but you can sometimes get really frustrated at ones as well,
Yeah.
where whereas in like 2v2 or even 3v3, you have teammates to rely on, teammates you can call in and pass to. Whereas 1v1, it's just you. Any mistake that you make is amplified because the other player will be so on the ball. But here comes Jazer again, bringing it back to a 4-goal deficit. 46 seconds remaining. Just over 10 seconds per goal now. Not impossible. Not impossible whatsoever. And I think if Jazer and Scott can, if they can hold their own, get a couple of kickoff goals, they'll put themselves in real contention to at least tie this series back up.
They need to do it really quickly. There are only 40 seconds to go. But yes, they still have small chance, but still got a chance. And as it's a best of 5 for the finals, they still get the opportunity to do a reverse sweep as well.
Could happen in a reverse sweep, but there's the first goal to come by. 3-goal deficit now, 27 seconds left.
They're gaining some confidence for the next game.
Absolutely. You got it. Regardless if you lose this game or not, if you're Jay-Z and Scott, you've scored 2 goals in a row really quickly like that. That's momentum building for game number 3 when you could potentially lose it all in a 3-0 sweep. But these guys, they'll be looking for the big old reverse sweep if this game does not fall their way.
They told us during the interview it's the first games they are doing that is really competitive.
Yeah, I would say so as well. But there's another one from Chief. I believe is his double hat trick. 6 goals for Chief. If Chief gets one more goal, he would Brazil his teammate. He would have had 7 goals and his teammate would have 1. He would Brazil his teammate. That's very rare you see that. So let's see if he can get it in the last 10 seconds. Probably not. Zappa will try one more, trying to avoid the Brazil, but there's another shot from Zappa, and on 0 seconds to go, it will not be the Brazil for Chief, but it will be an 8-3 victory, dominant from football, and they will be 1 game away from getting themselves a brand new shiny Predator PC.
Yeah, we were saying they need to build some confidence, and taking 2 goals at the end like that, it's not the best thing to do. So, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, building momentum off those couple of goals that Scott and Jader got, I think that in their heads they'll think, yes, we can score against these guys. All we need to do is off of the kickoff, off the first play of the game, just be a little bit more confident, get them some momentum behind you, keep possession for yourself, and hold football in the middle of the field. Because I think if football get into that orange half of the field, once they get their momentum going, it's just all over at that point. And once they get 3 goals ahead, pretty much, it's all over. So I think Scott and Jazer, they need to keep it close. They need to keep it within 1, I would say,
so
if they're going to end up winning.
Football 1 game from winning this new PCs. So must be really exciting moment for them.
1 game of Rocket League, a game that cost £15 when it came out, that these guys probably paid.
It's worth spending.
Could now net them a brand new Predator PC, courtesy of Curry's PC World. And a long ball from Chief's half of the field. And he glances, and well, it's actually Zappa glancing over at the commentary box, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we know what's up. We know what's up." Bowing down to the Chief. All hail the Chief.
We can show you on the camera, but they've got like their fan club, like there were 10 people behind them just watching them.
Yeah, everyone's gathered around these PCs watching everyone play. Fully expecting football will win this one, but a statement in the first 30 seconds, and 2 seconds after that, Chief will get his 2nd goal of this grand final, game 3.
Chief is on fire today. He won this PC home.
Chief is on fire. Your defense is terrified, is what I imagine these guys would be chanting.
Let's
if
go,
it was in
Scott
a
and
if it
Jazer.
was in
You
the
can do it.
London environment.
Ball in the middle.
Ball in the middle as Chief goes for his
Miss the
hat
ball.
trick within the first minute. Unheard of, really, in competitive Rocket League. Zappa around the left-hand side will actually get blocked out by Pulse. Can Chief get a hat trick within 1 minute of gameplay?
the
No,
goal.
leave it for Zappa, and Zappa will get the 3rd goal.
That's a team spirit.
But as we said, before this game started. If these guys get 3 goals ahead, it could well be all over. And these guys have been unstoppable in this grand final so far.
Let's go. They can do it. Scotland Jazzer, they've got 4 minutes. They can still go 4-3. They just need to be focused, to play well as a team, and they can do it. They showed in the first game that they were able to keep the score really close, the same type of level gameplay. So they've got their chance.
Absolutely, and now you see them in the blue half of the field really for the first time this game. As Jazier goes off the wall, trying to curl it round into the middle. That'll be a touch from Zappa, leaving it through for Pulse MK. But good recovery from Zappa to stop that one from happening. We'll try and fake out the defense now on the counter-attacking play. 3.5 minutes to go. 3 minutes and 20 seconds away, potentially, from Zappa and Chief walking away with a brand new shiny Predator PC.
They're be quite stressed a bit because if that's their first big tournament for them. So, and they're 3 minutes from winning the tournament. So
yeah, definitely. And Zappa will turn it in. He will get the second goal for himself. 4-0 with 3 minutes and 1 second left on the clock. What are you thinking now? If you're Scott and Jazier, what are you thinking at this moment in time? Do you think it is possible to come back? And what's your mentality going forward in this game 3?
I like to think positive, but I think at that time it's like, I spent a good time playing Rocket League, and it's nice to be in the finals. But I think they know it's gonna be complicated to get this game and to get the all be best of after. What do you think?
I think they just need to settle down a little bit. I think they'll be over there on their PCs. They'll be sort of shaking, and I hope they're communicating with each other. If they're not talking to each other, that's something they need to fix immediately. That is something that I have it when I go down quite far, and again Zappa will make it a hat trick for himself. Something that happens when you go down quite far, 4 or 5 goals now. Something that happens is if you're in comms with your partner, you'll just stop talking to each other. These guys, if they've stopped talking to each other, fix that immediately. Start talking back to each other.
That's the kind of moment you see one player being the leader, because that's the moment where one of the two players has to stay fresh.
Yeah, stay up, keep the confidence up. But it's hard. It's so difficult when you're 6-0 down like this, and Zappa.
Or maybe you just go for the full meme and you go for the Brazilian for the finals.
Yeah, well, we actually saw, if I bring up the chat once more, you saw Pulse MK say, yeah, go on, Brazil, go on. They want to be Braziled. I think they want to be Braziled at this point, because I think maybe their confidence has wavered just ever so slightly. But 2 minutes to go now. You absolutely can score 6, but you've got to act quickly. It's going to be 30 seconds per goal if Scott and Jazier want to get themselves back into this.
Or 2 goals for the Brazil.
Turn around, Jazier now leaving that one for Pulse to clear away, but it's into the path of Zappa.
What a nice save from Jazier.
Brilliant save, as now Chief will try and dribble this one back out. Minute and a half to go. And all football need to do at this moment in time is keep that lead. As Jazier will save it out of his own net. Could lead to a big counter-attacking opportunity. No one has rotated back as of yet. Now Zappa touches it off the wall and slows the play down. Lets his teammate come back in.
That's a real fight in the middle field right now. Oh,
one over the top. Good defense by Chief.
You Scott and Jazier, you at least want a goal right now. You want to get that goal in the finals for the final game.
Definitely. You don't want to lose this on a shutout loss. Want to see at least one goal. Great save by Pulse.
Very nice save.
But it might be too little too late as the seconds slowly tick down. These will be the longest 40 seconds of both these teams' lives. More so, I imagine, for Scott and Jazier, as they just want this game to be over. And actually, it might go for their own goal here as they try and set up the Brazil. 30 seconds now.
seconds.
22 seconds away from a brand new shiny Predator
And that's
PC, and it'll be
7-0.
7-0. So far, 20 seconds remaining. Can we see a Brazil here in the grand final? It's been the story of the day. All these Brazils that have happened. And now with 20 seconds left, we could see one, and it could be the winning score.
That would be nice. That would describe some of these games we saw today.
Yeah, exactly. It would be a fitting end. There's now Chief dribble on his own backboard. But these guys have been fantastic all day. And these guys will be your champions of Rocket League here at Resnet. RTG Fest could be with the Brazil. It won't happen. But it doesn't matter anyway. Fruitball will be your champions at Esports Scotland in the current PC World Booth. And they will be taking home today some Predator PCs. Not bad for a day, Rocket.
3-0. Congrats.
3-0 sweep. Round of applause from the admins. Not from the crowd. And now we get it from the crowds.
I'm going to show you the...
Well done, everyone. Well played. Can we show the guys that have been gathered around watching football play this afternoon?
It's nice to see things like that. People gathering.
Exactly. It's just like Rocket League's such a tight-knit community. These guys are all cheering for each other and all that. But these guys, fantastic stuff.
Zemus is so happy right now. Yeah,
you can see how excited they are. Shizu's still here as well, cheering on their compadres.
Going to speak to the other team as well.
Yeah, they're away to give him a handshake. Kind of see that over the barrier on the other side. But we'll get the guys from football in for an interview. As soon as they're done congratulating their opponents, because you've got to hand it to Scott and Jays here. They were dominant throughout the day. They held them to 1-0 in game number 1 as well, and that's no easy feat. Holding this football team to only 1 goal in game number 1. As you slide back into my DMs like that. But Scott and Jays here, they've been dominant all day. It just so happens they come up against really the best team in the tournament today in that grand final. And that's what we want to see. We want to see the two best teams play off against each other in the grand final. And I think we got that today.
Yeah, we got that. We got like a really first game as well. It was really nice first game.
Yeah, between football and Shizu, who are still hanging around.
And a really nice last game as well. Like the first game of the final was really tight. And then I think maybe it's the experience. They didn't get to the end. They just stopped.
Yeah, I think as soon as they went down maybe 3 or 4 goals in game number 2, that was probably the hit to the confidence, the hit to the ego, you would say as well for Jay-Z and Scott, who just rolled through the bracket, and then eventually just coming up against this football team has been something.
I'm gonna see if we can get an interview from the winners.
Let's see if we can get them. You go run away and grab them, as they'll be in the crowd for their adoring fans. Let's get them on. They're just talking to everyone over there. Great stuff. Hopefully everyone in the chat has enjoyed today. I'm seeing y'all scroll past in the chat. A couple of follows and all that. Thank you very much. Here they come. The champions of RTG Fest in the Esports Scotland booth. It is football. Congratulations, guys. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
Oh.
Champions.
Yeah, didn't know what to expect coming in, so just played our game and it worked out. So that was good.
Yeah, I was going to ask these. Game number 1 was really tight, and I think. Did you underestimate them coming into this, thinking you could just roll through, or were you holding back quite a bit?
No, honestly, we had no idea, because obviously, like, the first game we played today was super hard, and then the next game was a little bit easier. So there wasn't really a progression, so we had no idea what to expect coming in.
Yeah, just sort of figuring it out as we went, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's how you work these sort of sign up and play tournaments. It's just you never really know who you're going to come up against in the bracket. But you guys stormed through it. only dropped 2 games. They were both game 1s as well, in the best of 3s. They were pretty
I
nervy
mean,
times.
the chat loves a reverse sweep. You've got to,
Oh yeah,
got to spice it up a bit. It's like,
yeah,
oh, come
reverse-
back.
Reverse sweeping a best of 3.
Yeah.
It's the literally most exciting thing can happen in Rocket League. But you guys have been fantastic all day. You guys are going to be taking home a couple of these Predator PCs. How do you feel about that? It's a couple of
Pretty good.
nice, a good replacement for what you got at home just now.
Maybe. I'll need to see my specs, but
Aye,
it's a good one.
Yeah,
I-
that'd be good. Good upgrade.
yeah, definitely can never complain about that. But congratulations, guys! Thank you very much for playing. Hopefully, see you back here and in some online tournaments as well for
Yep,
Esports
thank you.
Scotland. Thank you very much, guys. Fantastic.
They must
Great
be
stuff.
really, really
Great stuff
happy.
from the winners. Might not show on our stream, but you can tell they're excited. Taking
So,
home.
what did
some
you think
Predator
of the
pieces.
tournament?
Tournament, if you want to squeeze in, tournament today, is pretty much what you would expect from a. Turn my mic off in the middle of that somehow. The level of gameplay you would probably expect from one of these sign up and play tournaments at a venue like this, where you just get all sorts of players just pulling off some incredible stuff. But the winning team, Fruitball, in the end, they were the best team here
Yeah.
this weekend, and deserving winners of the Predator PCs.
Yeah, it was a really, really nice day. Players had a lot of fun, and we got winners at the end, so it's nice.
Exactly. Well, I think that is just going to about do it for
Yeah.
us here on this Esports
I just
Scotland
wanted to
stream.
get a few words from James, our
Aye.
Esports Scotland.
Yeah, let's get a couple of words from Esports Scotland as well. Oh, he's just been taken onto a phone call. And we'll get him in a sec. Here we go. Here comes James.
Yeah, can we get a few words from you?
Hey, come on. How are you doing? You want to take that mic?
Excellent. How are you guys?
Very well. Great Rocket League tournament today on Sunday, the final day of Resonant. How's it been for the whole weekend for Esports Scotland
Amazing.
as a whole?
It's great. No, we've got a good team. We love what we're doing. It's exciting for us. You know, it's an exciting time for esports in Scotland generally. And yeah, we're pushing it as hard as we can. And yeah, being here just makes it all real. Months of
Yeah.
planning, you know, hours of Discord, Facebook chats, hours of WhatsApp, and then is that yeah?
Yeah, putting all together in the end, and running we had Rocket League today, we had Call of Duty Black Ops yesterday, and then was it Fortnite on Friday?
Yeah.
And just pushing that Esports Scotland is here, and you can go and sign up. You got tournaments coming up fairly soon.
Oh, we've got lots of stuff happening for next year. You know, lots of stuff. We're going to probably release it all maybe in January. I think we're going to, the next week, we're going to sit and crunch numbers and you get ourselves together, you know, and then get ready for our next plan for next year.
Yeah, definitely. So best to follow on the Twitter for anything that's happening.
Twitter,
Join
and
the
you know what? If you like esports or you got a passion for gaming and you think, how can I get involved in that? Just give us a shout. You know, that's why half these guys are here today, because they send us a message saying we're passionate about esports, we want to get involved, we want to grow the scene. Get on board.
Absolutely, and it's definitely space for progression as well, and building the scene in Scotland
Definitely.
is fantastic. Hope it happens for
And you don't have to be Scottish, do you? Come on.
No, you don't.
No, it's just it's a mindset.
No.
Yeah, exactly that.
But yeah, follow. You can see all the social media links under the stream there. You got Esports Scotland on Twitter, on Discord, and the website as well. So follow along there for any
And
more
thanks
news.
for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
And I think my wife's calling a million times. So I think I'll pass over. Come on.
Go speak to your wife.
Yeah,
No problem.
Thank you very much. Jim.
Thanks for Esports Scotland for bringing us here today. Who else do we need to thank? We need to thank Curry's
Cheers,
PC World
Yeah.
for letting us run their booth pretty
Yeah.
much for the entire weekend.
For the prices as well.
For the prizes, for the Predator PCs, for the what was the name of the other PCs we gave away in Black Ops?
ESL.
The ESM PCs, all provided to us by our sponsors who flying above the banner above the
From
booth.
PC Specialist.
Curry's PC World Gaming in partnership with PC Specialist Predator, Aces Republic of Gamers, Esports Scotland, and MSI as well. So fantastic stuff from them. Great to see all the support of esports in Scotland. But
Yeah.
I think
It's gonna
that
be
is-
all for us today, I think. Yeah.
that's going to be all from us here at RTG Fest at Resonant Gaming for the weekend. So thank you.
Where can you find you on Twitter?
Where can
Do
you
have
find me
Twitter?
on Twitter? You can find me on Twitter at CraftmanRL. for more Rocket League
Yes.
related
Do you
things.
cast yourself some Rocket League?
I
or
do. I do cast Rocket League in various places.
Do you do like online tournaments? As well, or?
Online tournaments. So you got stuff like Rewind Gaming and Rival. I've got some other things that I can't talk about at the moment.
Secret stuff.
Secret stuff will be revealed soon. Go follow me on Twitter at CraftmanRL. Where can we find you then, Cologne?
It's Esports Scotland.
At
so
Esports
just,
Scotland. Fair
I've got my Twitter somewhere, not yet.
somewhere.
No.
I think it's on the other caster
And the
account.
other cast,
Yeah.
But yeah, just as James said, if you're into gaming, if you're into esports, just contact us on Facebook, Twitter, anything. And that's what I did, and I joined the team now and doing a lot of stuff I love. So
Exactly. It's all about getting involved in esports and growing it here in Scotland as well. But that is going to do it for us here at the entire weekend of Resonance. So thank you very much for watching the streams, not only today but the last couple of days as well. But we'll be signing off and we'll go to the bar.
The bar.
Drink
Okay.
responsibly. We got a clap from our admins. We'll thank all our admins, all our staff here, and all the players, and thank you all for watching as well. This has been Esports Scotland at Resonate, and we'll see you again next time.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.